Welcome to Believers Talk, and we're at week 9 in the National Football League as our Buffalo Bills go up against the Chicago Bears in Buffalo. Welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and we're going to be here for all 3+ hours of this game, bringing you the Buffalo Bills versus Chicago Bears live stream as we do every Sunday for the Buffalo Bills here on Believers Talk. Again, my name is Joe. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Comment on the side here, and we'll talk throughout the stream. Always have a good time with you guys. We're here half an hour early. Go Bears. Zach Hartman knew you'd be here, Anthony. Good to see you. Give a shout out to you as well. Yeah, you knew we'd be here about half an hour early. We always go over the inactives for this game. I go over some fantasy news. Who would I start if I had a fantasy team? I actually don't have a fantasy team. But if I did have a fantasy team for this game, who would I start if I had these players and or kickers or defense/special teams? I'll give you a hint, not too many today. And then we'll go over some other games throughout the week that are happening today, and then also I'll give you my prediction as far as the score goes for this game, and also who I think is going to win this game. And so if you're a betting person, you bet Vegas, you can go with my predictions. Not doing that great this season, as I believe I'm 9-7 on the season as far as picking. Is Khalil Mack out? I haven't gotten to the inactives yet. I believe he is listed as an active for today. I'll give you more information on that in a second here. Currently 12:30 on the East Coast time. Happy Halloween for those of you, obviously last week was Halloween, so I hope you all had a safe and happy Halloween. Also, daylight savings time or something like that. I don't know, you set your fall back an hour. I don't know how it works, but your clock should have moved an hour at some point throughout the evening. So 12:30 on the East Coast. Kickoff is at 1 o'clock. So we're looking forward to bringing you kickoff of this game. And then, like I said, we'll be here for the 3-hour game. We'll talk a little about the game. Hopefully it's a good game today between the Chicago Bears and the Buffalo Bills. Chicago coming off an impressive win, I believe, last week. Trying to remember. Hold on. Let's look. Yeah, against the Jets. We live streamed that game right here on Believers Talk because the Bills obviously did not play on Sunday because they came off a disappointing loss on Monday to the New England Patriots. So, that defense for the Buffalo Bills, we keep talking about how great they are, how well they do keeping us in games. But that just only goes so far. So the Bears are looking at a 4-3 record right now, and that's good enough for first in the NFC North. And the Bills are 2-6, last place in their division in the AFC East. So that's what we're looking at right now. And now we can go over to the inactives. I go over some inactives for you this week. So you asked if Khalil Mack is listed as inactive. He is listed as inactive. Lots of inactives for this game. I'll go over them real quick for you right now. And I'll go over them again before game time, but get those out of the way. Ben Broniker, tight end, is inactive. Marcus Cooper, Rashad Coward, Khalil Mack, Bilal Nichols, the defensive tackle, Allen Robinson, and Kevin White, all listed as inactive today for the Chicago Bears. For the Buffalo Bills, our inactive list includes Josh Allen, still out with that elbow injury. Derek Anderson was unable to make it through concussion protocol. Ike Botger, offensive tackle. Tremaine Edmonds is inactive. He also had concussion on Monday. Unable to get through concussion protocol. He has looked better, so we will have him hopefully next week. Just was unable to get through it this week. Connor McDermott, offensive tackle, is inactive. Trent Murphy, and then Cam Phillips are also inactive. So those are the list of the inactives. Obviously, someone missing from the list here that I'm excited to see is Marcus Murphy. Probably just a return game again, unfortunately. I would love to see how he does in the backfield. I would love to see him back there. I mean, we have nothing to lose at this point, being 2-6. But Khalil Mack is inactive. 34-7 is my prediction. I'm guessing you're going with the Bears there, Zach Hartman. 34 points seems like a lot on this defense, but really all depends. Peterman's good for 2 pick sixes in this game, so that'll be 14 points for you. But other than that, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'll give my prediction here in a little bit. Welcome, Ubermensch. Again, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk here. As far as fantasy news for this game, not much going on. I don't know about you, Zach Hartman. I don't feel like I would start too many Bills players, that's for sure, in this game. Zay Jones has been coming on strong lately. If we're to score a touchdown in the air, you'd have to think that it's Zay Jones who gets the reception, as Zay Jones is the one who received our last touchdown against the Texans 3 weeks ago. So hopefully we get an offensive touchdown in this game. I mean, it's getting kind of pathetic, our offensive production, how bad they are. You'd think they'd be able to get in the end zone. I mean, this is the NFL. You should still have some sort of pride when it comes to when it comes to playing the game. So I look forward to watching this game. Again, I hope it's going to be a close game. I actually think it is going to be a close game. The Bears have a lot of inactives as well. That really hurts them. Khalil Mack not being able to play. And then you look at those two wide receivers, both Allen Robinson and White not being able to play. Kind of really hurts them as far as what they can do on offense. And we know that the Bills' run defense can be pretty solid at times. So hopefully we keep Howard contained, and then that would lead to less productivity on the offensive side. It's all about Nathan Peterman on offense. What can Nathan Peterman do? Can he stop throwing turnovers? Can he stop throwing those interceptions? We all heard Sean McDermott earlier this week talk about how he's going to not have any restrictions on Nathan Peterman, let him play his game. A lot of people believe that what the problem with Nathan Peterman's game is he's trying to play like Josh Allen and not like Nathan Peterman. Nathan Peterman, you need to play like Nathan Peterman. Go back to your Pittsburgh days. Go back to when you were doing things right. Maybe something will come up. Maybe you'll see something. And, having Derek Anderson there, I know he's hurt with a concussion, but at least Derek Anderson's there. Maybe that will help Nathan Peterman as well. So we'll see what happens in this game between the Bears and the Bills. Welcome, Myth. Welcome, Billiards Talk. Glad you're in here again. We'll be with you the whole 3.5 hours for this game, or longer, depending on how long it takes. I already went over the inactives. I'll go over them again. Going over fantasy notes now for this team. If you have fantasy players and you are on this channel watching live stream, I also keep you updated through each commercial break with scores from around the league, so that way you know if any of your guys have scored on your fantasy team. So give you a little update as time goes by. If you're watching this on TV, obviously they update you with the sports ticker. I haven't been smart enough to figure out how to get a ticker on my channel yet. I'm going to try, though. Maybe in the off season, I'm going to try to get a ticker of some sort going, so that way you guys constantly get updated on scores and news and notes from around the league. Trade deadline came and passed. Nothing happened for the Buffalo Bills. Everyone was talking about possibly trading Kelvin Benjamin. We have him still. Possibly talking about trading LaShawn McCoy. In fact, the ownership has come out and said they want LaShawn McCoy back next year, and he's contracted through next year. So we'll see what happens there. McCoy, you can say his productivity is down because of his age and he's not as good. To be honest, we just don't know if that's true. We don't know if it's an age factor or not because he just hasn't been on the field consistently enough. Our passing offense has not been dangerous enough to warrant, the linebackers not putting 8 in the box. And so, is it his productivity? Is it our offensive line? Is it the fact that we can't pass the ball? It's probably a mixture of all three things, but we're not sure about that. But when it comes to fantasy in this game, there's not a single offensive weapon on either team I would start. I want to see Terrell Pryor go deep. Hey, we do have Terrell Pryor. We did get him. Like I said, there was no trade news, but we did sign Terrell Pryor. Also signed Matt Barkley for this game, so we do have a backup quarterback for this game, but he's only been signed 3-4 days ago. It would take a lot for him to be put into this game, I think. And it's a lot of bad things to happen for the Bills for Matt Barkley to put in this game because, again, he's only been with the team less than a week. We seem to have that problem a lot recently with quarterbacks not being with the team long, but still getting thrown into the mix. It started with Josh Allen getting thrown into the mix early, and we wanted him to the second half of the first game. Started with Derek Anderson getting thrown in the mix after he was only on the team for 12 days. And now we have Matt Barkley for about 5 days, and who knows how fast he'll get thrown into the mix here. So, we do have Terrell Pryor. That does give us a deep threat down the field. Maybe he'll get a touchdown today. You never know. Never know what's going to happen. But for fantasy news, like I said, there's not a single offensive player on the Bears or Bills I would start. If Allen Robinson was in this game or if Kevin White was in this game, maybe consider starting those guys. But Howard, that Buffalo Bills run defense, you just don't know how well he's going to do. And then you look at their wide receivers. You're talking about our great corners and safeties. It's just really hard to see them breaking out. You might get a touchdown or two from the wide receiver position, but I don't think it's going to be the number one wide receiver. It might be another guy on the list. So we'll see what happens there. And Mitchell Trubisky just too inconsistent at this point to start at fantasy. Then you go to the Bills offense, and I really don't have to say anything. I mean, the Bills offense haven't scored a touchdown in 2 games, so how can you sit there if you have anyone? I mean, the only person on the Bills offense you should have in fantasy possibly is LaShawn McCoy still, and he should be sitting on your bench just waiting for him to break out. I don't see this being a breakout day. Both of you, hope you had a great Halloween. Again, trade deadline came past. Hope you enjoyed listening to some trade information. But yeah, nothing happened on the Bills front. So, however, both these defenses are worth a start. Both of these defenses, you're talking about between sacks, turnovers, possibly scoring touchdowns in special teams and on defense, especially the Bears. You look at the Bears as possibly the best defensive start of the week. And the Bills' defense is still solid. I mean, obviously against New England, we look good. Didn't have any turnovers, had the 2 sacks. So I don't know how many fantasy points we got you. But this Bears' offensive line is not as good as the Patriots' offensive line. So we may be able to get a couple more sacks, maybe force a turnover or 2. Again, we all know how much we enjoy stripping the ball from the opposing team, so it might get a fumble. But yeah, the Bills' defense, absolutely Facts 87. The Bills' defense is going to be one of the keys to victory here. Go over that in a little bit. I didn't get to go trick-or-treating because I was getting my hair cut. Sorry, man. I didn't go trick-or-treating because I'm 30. So, I mean, we all have our problems. But, yeah, enjoy trick-or-treating while you can because it doesn't last that long after you hit a certain age. I look forward to one day taking my kid out trick-or-treating. At this point, that's about it. So, but again, welcome to Believes Talk. If you are new, my name is Joe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Comment on the side here, and we'll talk about it. So, we look forward to seeing you in the comment section. But, yeah. We will be giving you this game. 3 keys to victory in this game. You heard Fox A7 talk about the Bills' defense being key to this game. I'm going to go a step further. The Bills' defense needs to score points in order for us to win this game. And what I mean by score points is intercept the ball on the plus side of the field so we're already in field goal range in case our offense can't get in, or just have a pick 6. We need to be able to score points on either defense or special teams if we think we have a chance. Confuse Trubisky a little bit, make him think he sees something that he doesn't see, and then exploit it. Because, again, Trubisky has been inconsistent at times so far this season, and if we could get some turnovers against him, I think that will go a long way to winning. We have to get McCoy going. We have to get McCoy over 100 yards in this game, or Chris Ivory, whichever one. We need to get over 150 yards of running offense if we think we have a chance in this game, and that's against the 3rd or 4th ranked rush defense in the league. So that's not easy task. That's going to be a tall task, but we need to get over 150 yards of rushing offense if we think we have a chance to win this game. And the 3rd key to victory is going to be those turnovers, and I mean on special teams and on offense. On special teams, we've had some crucial blocked punts. We've had a fumble or 2. I think Ray McLeod had a fumble before, again, in that Houston game. And then obviously on offense, Nathan Peterman needs to be able to stop turning the ball over. I have not done my prediction yet. I'll do that right before kickoff, probably. Currently 12:42 on the East Coast side. Again, kickoff is 18 minutes away, so looking forward to that. Again, Bears at Bills. This is going to be the Bills' 4th home game this season. And, again, week 9, so we've already had 5 away games. Then 2 weeks is our bye week, I believe. 2 or 3 weeks. 2 weeks is our bye week. And then, like I said, I will not be here for the Jacksonville game. I'll actually be in Buffalo for that Jaguars game, so I look forward to do that. I did set my clock back. I was smart to do that. Luckily, smartphones today and your computers normally do that for you, which is really good in my case because I don't remember half the time. So I hope you guys all set your clocks back too. I'm not late, I promise. I promise I'm not late. If you have not set your clocks back, you want to make sure you do that because daylight savings time. Hopefully, you guys got that extra hour of sleep. I did not because again, I have a kid, so kids don't pay attention to the clock. They wake up when they want to wake up. You know what I'm saying? So daylight savings times does not really matter to them. But again, welcome to Believers Talk. Hope you all turned your clocks back a little bit, and you can all join me on time. If you have not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We're going to go through the 1 o'clock games. I'll again go through the inactives, and then I'll give you my prediction to victory. Silly kids, that's right. So here are the 1 o'clock games and the other games going on today. So if you are watching the stream, and you have the capabilities of watching another game on TV, these are the games that are playing. We got Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Should be a good one with all the great games on this weekend. This game has kind of been forgotten, but this is a huge divisional game. Baltimore is 4-4. Pittsburgh's 4-1. So Baltimore needs this win if they want to stay alive in the AFC North. And it's also always been a good matchup. These two divisional rivals, they always get together, give you a good matchup. So that game's on. You got Tampa Bay at Carolina. You got Ryan Fitzpatrick again starting for Jameis Winston, who threw a few interceptions last week. I think he threw 4 or 5 interceptions last week. Ryan Fitzpatrick comes in. Josh from Sports Story said he might join. That's great. Hopefully he comes in. Hope to see him. The Bears. I know he's a huge Bears fan, so we'll talk a little bit about the Bears. Bears possibly, again, first place in the NFC North, so possibly we'll get that a chance in the playoffs. We'll see what happens. So what do you think about picking up Sam Bradford? I mean, if you give me the choice between Sam Bradford and Matt Barkley, I think that's an obvious choice with Sam Bradford. At this point, we have so many quarterbacks on our roster, though, we shouldn't pick him up unless we're thinking about getting rid of Nathan Peterman or getting rid of getting rid of Matt Barkley, which Matt Barkley will probably get rid of by the end of the week. I can see that happening because, again, Anderson will come back from that concussion protocol, and then also Josh Allen's not that far away. He started throwing this week, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get rid of one, if not two quarterbacks on our roster. This game might go a long way as far as if we keep Nathan Peterman on our team or not. So it'll be interesting to see that. So Tampa Bay at Carolina, again, Ryan Fitzpatrick starting for the Buccaneers. Kansas City at Cleveland. This is a game everyone's been hyping as Baker Mayfield. How am I forgetting? Versus Patrick Mahomes, just due to what happened 2 years ago. Oklahoma at Texas Tech, huge light of the scoreboard, broke some NCAA records in that game. However, Cleveland might not stand a chance in this one. Kansas City should run away with it. But just when you think you know in the NFL, that's when stuff starts to happen, right? So we'll keep an eye on that game, see if that game's closer than some might think. Jets at Miami, huge divisional matchup there. Obviously, two teams from our division. Miami's at home. We'll see if either one of them can keep it close with the Patriots. Obviously, everyone predicts that the Patriots will run away with this division. At this point, it's looking that way. But let's see if either the Jets or Dolphins can maybe even keep it close in the division. So that will be a game to watch. Detroit at Minnesota, again, another divisional game. Minnesota is a huge favorite in this game. Well, not a huge favorite, but a favorite in this game at home. Detroit with a disappointing loss last week, so we'll see how they bounce back. But this could, again, this is huge for any Bears fans if you're in here, because the Minnesota Vikings are second in the NFC North. So with a win today and a Bears loss, then the Minnesota Vikings will overtake first place in the NFC North. Atlanta at Washington. Washington's looking pretty good, I'm not going to lie, and they just picked up Clinton Dix, so we'll see how that secondary improves as they go up against a tough Atlanta offense. Atlanta currently 3-4, need this win if they want to stick around in the NFC playoff race. The NFC is very tough. Lots of good teams in the NFC. If you want to stick around in that wild card race, you got to be able to win this game. So, and then Washington, of course, first place in the NFC East. Houston, and then those are the 1 o'clock games. So now moving on to the 4 o'clock games, you got Houston at Denver, the Chargers at Seattle, the Rams at New Orleans. That's obviously the one that everyone has circled as the 4 o'clock slate. And then tonight's game, everyone's excited about tonight's game as we have Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady. Obviously, us Bills fans won't mind seeing Aaron Rodgers do his thing, be that bad man we all know he can be. The Green Bay Packers coming off a disappointing loss as Montgomery took the ball out of the end zone, fumbled it, not giving Rodgers a chance, only down a field goal against the Rams last week. Trade Montgomery to Baltimore, and so we'll see how they do this week against the New England Patriots. Bills need to win 8 straight games if they don't make the playoffs. If the Bills win 8 straight games, it would be, I would say that would be the biggest upset in NFL history. If the Bills win 8 straight games and make the playoffs at 10-6, it would be the biggest surprise in NFL history. I don't care what happens after that. If that happens, that will be the biggest surprise in NFL history. I don't see that happening. We might win 2-3 more games at best, but I don't see us being able to go 8-0 over the next 8 games and win. Sabres did win big yesterday. If you are a Buffalo fan, the Twitter page is down below in the description, our Twitter link. I try to keep you updated. I did not update Twitter yesterday. I had a couple birthday parties to attend. But yes, the Sabres won 9-2 yesterday. But I do try to keep you updated on all Buffalo sports news. That's going to start ramping up here because college basketball starts this week. So if you're a fan of the University of Buffalo, or if you want to keep up to date on the University of Buffalo, to click on ball, that would be something to keep an eye on as college basketball season just around and get ready to start. And then the Sabres play today at 7 o'clock against the Rangers. I'll keep you updated on that on the Twitter page as well. Pominville yesterday, the 1,000th career start. We did something special for him. So if you are a Sabres fan, a fan of Buffalo sports, you do want to follow me on Twitter. We will be keeping you updated there as well. So that's just some news and notes. Again, going back to today's games, we do have, like I said, we talked about the Green Bay New England game. And tomorrow you got Tennessee at Dallas. Dallas wants to check out that new acquisition in Amari Cooper that they received. New weapon on the outside for Dak Prescott. We'll see how that game goes between 2, 3, and 4 teams. Again, both teams trying to stay alive in their respective wild card races. Dallas obviously in the NFC, Tennessee in the AFC. So we'll see how that goes for them. Again, welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe. We're just getting ready for kickoff here. It's 12:50 on the East Coast, so we're 10 minutes away from the kickoff of the Buffalo Bills and the Chicago Bears. So we look forward to that. Hopefully, again, we have Our defense for the Bills looked that great, didn't look like they were in rhythm, and that might be a problem again today as they are out they have 2 wide receivers out on the inactive list if you include Allen Robinson and Kevin White. So go over some of the inactives again. Went over them at the beginning of the video, but let's go through them again real quick. If you're just joining us, the Chicago Bears have a couple of inactives here. Again, lots of inactives for both teams at this point in the season. So unfortunate for both teams, they can't be at their best. Obviously, the Bills missing Josh Allen, but there's a few more big ones here. For the Bears, the biggest one, of course, is going to be Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack is on the inactive list again as he's suffering through an ankle injury. So we hope that he gets better. You just don't like to see that. I'm not a huge fan of injuries. I want to see everyone, including Tom Brady, I want to see everyone at their best because I want the Bills to beat everyone at their best to show that they are the best. Obviously, that's not the case this year. I think Khalil Mack being out obviously can only help the Bills, but it's unfortunate that he is out. So you have Ben Braunecker, tight end. He's inactive. Marcus Cooper, defensive back. He's inactive. Rashad Coward, offensive tackle. He's inactive. Khalil Mack, we talked about him. He's inactive. Battelle Nichols, defensive tackle, he's inactive. And then you have Allen Robinson and Kevin White, 2 other wide receivers, also on the inactive list. So those are a few of the inactives for the Chicago Bears. You go to the Buffalo Bills side of the ball, side of the field, you obviously have your 2 quarterbacks on the inactive list. You have Josh Allen, Derek Anderson. You have Ike Bacher, offensive tackle. He's on the inactive list. Been on the inactive list a lot this season. Not sure what that says because I don't think it's injury related. I think it's all mostly healthy scratch related. So what does that say about him as far as his status on this team coming up in the future here? Tremaine Edmonds, middle linebacker, has been unable to pass concussion protocol. Again, it kind of stunk that. Hope to see him next week against the Jets. And then we have Connor McDermott, offensive tackle. He is inactive. Trent Murphy is inactive. Defensive end, of course, and then Cam Phillips, wide receiver, he's listed as inactive as well. So those are the inactives for this game. Again, we did sign 2 new players this week as we signed Matt Barkley to be our backup quarterback with Derek Anderson and Josh Allen being out. And then we signed a wide receiver, Terrell Pryor, who used to play for the Jets, was moved down and then cut, and then when he had an injury, and now he's signed with the Buffalo Bills. Hope to maybe utilize him in the passing game a little bit. Have a deep threat. It's nice to finally have a deep threat. Maybe Kelvin Benjamin won't get double teamed as much. We can talk about Kelvin Benjamin a little bit. I thought he actually played better last week with Derek Anderson as quarterback on Monday night. I'm not a fan of the penalty that he took, as far as I don't think it was a penalty. He led with his shoulder. And I understand that the cornerback trying to make the tackle on McCoy didn't see him coming. But still, you have to be able to block in this league, and everyone's not going to be able to see a block. Blindside block, as long as you're not hitting the head or leading with your head, it should be allowed, in my opinion. I know we're worried about safety, but this is still a contact sport. This will always be a contact sport. So, without looking as of yet, let's go over this game as far as the Bills-Bears. My prediction currently 12:53 on the East Coast, 7 minutes away from kickoff. So, I think the Bills do have a chance to win this game, especially with all the inactives for the Chicago Bears. However, the Bills have done nothing on offense to convince me that they can do anything against the Bears defense that, just like us, is top 10 in the league. I believe total offense, we're 6th or 7th, or maybe I got that switch. Maybe they're 6th and we're 7th. But either way, 2 top 10 defenses going at it. And I don't see how we don't have a good pass game against the 27th ranked pass defense in New England. We don't have a good passing attack against the 29th or 31st worst pass defense in Indianapolis. What makes us think we're going to have a good passing game here against a solid defense, both passing and rushing? So I don't see us having a good pass attack with Nathan Peterman either. There's nothing to say, hey, Nathan Peterman's going to come out slinging the ball. That's why the only way we can win this game, I said 150, maybe I should say 200 rushing yards is what we would need combined in order to win this game. McCoy, again, you're going up against one of the better top 5 rush defense as well. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can get some ground game going. Interesting to see what Dable will do. Like we saw last week, he did some wildcat type things. He had McCoy out. He had all 3. He had Ivory, Murphy, and McCoy back there all at the same time in some plays. So be interesting to see how much he opens up the playbook for the Buffalo Bills in this game. But I don't see us having enough to win this game. The Bears are going to win this game, guys. And it's going to be something like 24-20. If we score 20, that might be giving the Bills a little too much credit. Again, what do we have on offense that's to be scared of? Charles Clay has not lived up to his potential. I got my TV sound turned off. That's how you should do it. That's how everyone should do it. Watch the Bills with me. Have your TV sound turned off. Your TV might be a little bit ahead just because I do use a software that I use OBS software. So as I'm watching it, I'm being filmed on the OBS software. It's then converting it to YouTube. So your TV might be a little bit ahead of the commentary. So if it is, please try to avoid saying things in the comment before it happens, just so people can hear it who can't watch the game. Let's have faith in Peterman. I have faith in things that have given me reason to have faith in, and Peterman has given me no reason to have faith in him. I mean, you go back to last year against the Chargers, you go to this year against Baltimore, you go to a few games that, the only game where it was like, okay, maybe you could start having faith in Peterman was that Colts game last year where he got knocked out of early in the second half, I believe, or maybe in the second quarter. So we're going to have a lot of Bears fans here. Brian Tucker, happy you can join me. Again, we did the Bears live stream last week against the Jets on Sunday because the Bills didn't play till Monday, and we will do that. We will, if you're a fan of any sports team, I'll put a Twitter poll out there asking what game you want me to stream the Sundays the Bills don't play. For example, our bye week's 2 weeks away. If I'm able to do a game that Sunday, maybe we'll see if we can do a Bills game that Sunday. But just not sure how that's going to work that Sunday. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Nathan Peterman needs to me change my mind about him. That's the thing. I mean, Nathan Peterman needs to step up and make us change his mind. He wants us to change our mind, make us change our mind at this point. That's what you need to do. He was good in college. He was good at Pitt. That's great. What does that mean? What does that equate to in the NFL? It means nothing. That's why all these draft picks mean, they're all lottery picks. You don't know what you're going to get from those guys because it doesn't matter if you're the first pick overall or the last pick because college equates to NFL very little. Very little. He played well in Pitt. Okay, great. So what does that mean for the NFL? Nothing. That gives me nothing. I don't lean back on that and say, give me a second here, guys. I don't go back to those Pitt's games and say, oh, but he played well at Pitt, so maybe we should give him another chance. No, good for him. He played well. He played well in college. He played well enough to get drafted in the 4th round. And ever since then, he's done nothing. Like, how long do you go to that well before you say, you know what, he's not good enough to play in the NFL? And, it's unfortunate circumstances that lead us to have to start him again with both Josh Allen being out and Derek Anderson getting concussed last week. It's unfortunate we have to go to that well again, but we have to. And to be honest, he should know the playbook, at least at this point. Like, that's the only benefit to having Nathan Peterman in right now. Other than that, I say, hey, start Matt Barkley. Hey, start Logan Thomas. I just really don't care. There's no reason for me to have faith in Nathan Peterman. Again, excuse me guys for a second as I get ready to share this video as the game's getting ready to start. I want people on Twitter and Facebook to know that the game's getting ready to start, to join me so that way they can watch this live stream as well and get this game if they are unable to watch it on television. Again, we're happy to give you live play-by-play here. If you are able to watch it on television, like Fox 87 said, you can put your game on mute. Watch here again. My TV might be a little bit, or at least the stream will be a little bit behind because I do use that OBS software. So if you can, please refrain from saying what's happening in the game prior to me you want to be able to watch it live, obviously. And if you put it in the comment section, I don't think people are going to care that much. Whether they read it there or I tell them what happens, it's going to happen either way. It's not like us watching affects the game. At least I don't think so. I do have my own superstitions though, so maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. All right, so we're going to share that real quick. Again, welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe. If you are new to the channel, again, it's getting 1 o'clock, so the game is getting ready to start here. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. We do go live every Sunday for the Bills games, so if you are a Bills fan, you want to be here because we do live streaming, live play-by-play, live reaction. And then the following day, so the rest of the season, it will be on Monday. The following day, we do a live recap reaction show where we kind of take a day to watch the game again, not be so emotionally involved, and see what went well, what went bad. Normally, I try to do like a good and bad type segment, what was good and what was bad. It's been hard to find a lot of good in these games. Obviously, the defense is basically the good at this point in the season, but we will do the good bad portion of the show. So that's on Monday. And then Thursday, during halftime of the Thursday night football game, we come live on here again to pregame the upcoming game. So this Thursday, we will be going live as we prepare for the Bills and Jets game, but we'll talk about that more in the coming week. However, today we talk about the Bears, and the Bears are 10-point favorites against the Buffalo Bills. I definitely see the Bills covering that spread at home. We all know the Bills are a different animal at home than they are away. You know, we had a tough loss last week. If anyone watched that game or were part of this live stream, you know it was a lot closer than that score indicated. Going into the fourth quarter, it was 12-6. They had yet to score a touchdown. I mean, we had them stopped for the majority of that game. If it weren't for that pick six late in the game, you know, we do cover that spread. Again, Buffalo at home, completely different animal than again on the road. So I do expect Buffalo to cover that 10-point spread. Again, I have the game going about 24-20. The current over-under is 38. I don't see a lot of points in this game, but if 24-20 is the score, obviously I have the over. But I do not see a lot of points being scored in this game. Neither offense. Again, the Bills just have a bad offense. And the Bears are missing a lot of weapons on their offensive side of the ball, with both Robinson and White being out at this time. So, I do see it as a low-scoring game. If you pick the under at 38, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, I could see this game easily being like 18-15 or something like that. I just don't see a lot of points being scored. So, I could easily see the under timer. So you come on for the first time, my stream messes up, so I apologize for that. But if you're joining me, that's happened the past couple weeks. If you've joined me before, I go offline for a couple seconds and then I come back on. So I do apologize for that. But welcome to Believers Talk. If this is your first time here, I do appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as the stream continues. Like I said, we'll do the whole play-by-play stream, so you'll be here for 3 hours watching this game. So hit that like button, leave a couple comments. We'll talk back and forth throughout the game. The Bears currently first place in the NFC North. The Bills last place in the AFC East. The Bills look like they won the toss and deferred, so that means the Bears will be getting the ball first to start off this game, get that defense on the field first, and let's see if we can make some plays happen. That would be very key to this key victory. Like I said, one of the keys to victory is the defense needs to score points. Temperature in Buffalo, I didn't see the temperature. I saw that they were clearing snow off earlier from the week, but it looks like a nice day right now. It looks like a sunny, beautiful day, actually. Looks like the wind might be going a little bit, but it's still early November in Buffalo, so sometimes it doesn't snow too often. Fox 87 says very cold. He actually lives up in that area, so he'd be able to tell you better than I would. I am not from the Buffalo area, so here it's very sunny and beautiful. There it looks sunny at least. But it might be a little cold as well. But as this game gets started between the Bears and the Bills, obviously the Bears are not going to be concerned with a little cold weather, as that's something they're used to there in Chicago as well. But the game's underway. Hauschka kicks the ball off, and the ball goes into the end zone. So the Bears will start with the ball. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. As that ball goes into the end zone, we get a first look at Mitch Trubisky and this Bears offense. We'll see this Bears offense on the field. Again, Bears offense without Allen Robinson, without Kevin White. So we'll see what they have to offer. I am a huge fan of Howard, so we'll see what Howard can do. Again, we want this Buffalo defensive line to step up. Most games, our run defense has been very good. You talk about the Patriots game last week. You talk about the game against the Texans, very good. But that Colts game, we allowed over 200 yards rushing, so it's a hot, cold type thing. So first down, Trubisky pitches it back. Looks like he actually got 9 yards. It's number 17. I think that's Allen for the Bears. So quick pitch. He was in motion at that time, at the time of the snap, and as he's coming in motion, Trubisky pitches it back to him. Anthony Miller, I apologize. Anthony Miller, rookie, he got the toss to start off this game with a good carry for the Bears, 9 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 1 from the 34-yard line for the Bears offense as they get 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1, 14 and a half minutes to go from the 34-yard line. Howard joining Trubisky in the backfield. Shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. They hand the ball off, and he gets a first down to about the 44-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 44. Running the ball pretty well to start off this game. That's not good if you're a Bills fan. That's not something you want to see. Again, with Tremaine Edmonds being out, that does hurt our defense a little bit, but we do have Julian Sanford in there. I thought he played pretty well in the second half of the game last Monday night against the Patriots. But Obviously the run offense for the Bears is getting started early. Trubisky in shotgun formation, all alone. 5 wide receivers set, 3 to the bottom of the screen, 2 to the top. Takes the snap. Throws it. It looks like maybe there was a miscommunication on the route, or he just overthrew his intended receiver because there was no one in the area. Maybe the wide receiver curled in when Trubisky thought he was going to go out. So first down, that's going to be an incomplete pass. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Chicago Bears. Again, run the ball effectively on their first 2 plays from scrimmage, getting the ball up to about the 43-yard line. Went for a pass there on first down. It's incomplete. So we'll see what they do here on 2nd and 10 with the ball at the 44-yard line. Trubisky under center with a wide receiver to the top of the screen. Now they have 2 wide receivers to the top of the screen as they hand it off here. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. This is huge for the Bills' defense. Need to be able to get off the field as soon as possible. Stop these 3rd downs from becoming first downs. We need to, we've done a good job most of the season with 3rd down efficiency, stopping offenses from getting first downs once they get 3rd downs. That was Cohen on the run, ran up the middle, was stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Cohen is actually their leading rusher on the season. We saw last week he had that 70-yard screen pass for a touchdown. That's someone, if you're a Bears fan, you know that he's explosive. If you're a Bills fan, you know the defense needs to always circle him and know where he's at on the field. So Trubisky in shotgun formation on this 3rd and 10. You got 2 wide receivers at the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Blitzes coming. Trubisky able to step away, throws it to Anthony Miller, who gets the first down, about a 15, 20-yard completion. As Buffalo got some pressure up the middle, Trubisky was able to move to his left and find Miller for the first down. Again, if you give a quarterback enough time, wide receivers are going to get open in the NFL as they take the ball inside the 40-yard line of Buffalo Bills. So now they're in Buffalo territory. Hey, Buffalo's Tech, welcome to Believers Talk. Let's go Bills. That's right. Not a great start for this Bills defense, as the Bears are now in Buffalo Bills territory for the first time today at the 37-yard line. Trubisky in shotgun, Cohen to his right, fakes the handoff to Cohen with a quick pass to Anthony Miller. Miller has 2 receptions already, and he has that 9-yard rush, so need to do a better job containing him as this game starts. As they look at Tyrone Johnson, who's in there as our 3rd corner. We need someone to be able to maybe press up a little bit on Miller as he continues to hurt us on this drive. So it's going to be I think 2nd and short actually it's going to be 2nd and about 3 for the Chicago Bears. Trubisky under center as they hand the ball off to Howard. Howard actually gets stopped in the backfield for about a 2-yard loss as he is tackled right away by Yarborough. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Chicago Bears. Again, a key situation for this Buffalo Bills defense to try to get off the field as he gets tackled about the 32-yard line. Yarborough just hits the gap and no one's there to block, and he gets stopped for a 2-yard loss. So now we're talking 3rd and 5, 11 minutes to go in the first quarter with the score still 0-0. Chicago has the ball in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line. So Trubisky in shotgun, you got 2 wide receivers top of the screen, 3 to the bottom of the screen. No one in the backfield with them. Again, pressure comes, unable to get to Trubisky as this time he moves to his right. He fumbles the ball. Ball comes out, and the Bears recover it, but the Bears recover it at the 41-yard line. This takes them out of field goal range. If you're the Bears, that's the last thing you want to have happen. When you see Trubisky roll out like that, when is he going to be back? Who's he? We're missing Edmonds. He got concussed Monday against the Patriots and just didn't have enough time to come back from that to surpass concussion protocol. He will be back next week, but if you're a Bears fan, when Trubisky gets out of the pocket like that, you just want him to throw it downfield, throw it out of bounds. Keep yourself in field goal range, get yourself ahead at least 3-0 to start there. But now you force a punt deep in Bills territory. It looks like a shank punt, actually, as Buffalo gets the ball fairly decent field position considering where the punt was from at the 17-yard line. So, yeah, Zach Hartman, that's 3 points off the board. Who caused the fumble? Was that Jerry Hughes who came from the right? That would be Jerry Hughes' position who came from the right on that one. They went to commercial break. I'll let you know when they come back from commercial. Actually, what I can do is I can rewind it, and I'll let you know. But yeah, if you're a Bears fan, that's the last thing you want to see is you get knocked out of field goal position. No, I'm sorry, that was Sanford who's in for who's in for Edmonds. So Sanford, from the middle linebacker position, able to come up and cause the fumble. So great job by the Buffalo Bills there. Get them out of field goal range and then force the punt. Like I said, it's going to be 1st and 10 Buffalo about the 17-yard line. Better than the 25. Yeah, I mean, it is. You're right. It's better than the touchback. So Buffalo will start with the ball 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. The net punt yards there probably are not that great. But, again, like Zach Hartman said, better than 25. And this Buffalo Bills offense, it doesn't... Honestly, to your points like Hartman, at this point, I'd be surprised if the Buffalo Bills get it to the 25 from the 17. So we'll see what happens there. Again, welcome to Leaders Talk. If you're new, my name is Joe. Thank you for joining me. We do go live for these live streams every single week for the Buffalo Bills. And so if you're a Bills fan, you want that subscribe button because we are live every Sunday for Buffalo Bills live play-by-play and reaction. Cannot show the game due to copyright restrictions, so I do apologize for you for that. I wish you could all watch the game, but I do want to give you the game as best we can. So I give you the live play-by-play, live reaction. Monday we go live, and then Thursday we go live as well to do a post and pregame for those games coming up. And we also go live throughout the week if there's any other transactions that happen, any big news in Buffalo that I feel like we need to get out there to you. We try to make sure that happens as well. Just go live about 3 to 4 times a week. You know, when we picked up Derek Anderson, we did go live for that one as well. Bears looking good. The Bears were able to move the ball pretty well to start off the drive. They moved the ball into Buffalo territory. Unfortunately, Trubisky rolling to his right on a 3rd and 10 was unable to find anyone open and did not throw the ball away. Got sacked. Was a forced fumble. Again, the Bills like 22nd or 23rd forced fumble on the year. Only have recovered 7 still, so that's kind of disappointing. But they forced the fumble. The Bears do recover it, and then they punt it away. So 3 points off the board that could become huge later in this game. Again, in a game where I don't see a lot of points being scored. You know, they're looking at our total offense so far as we come back from commercial break. You're talking about 37 total points in our last 5 games. You know, that's pretty pathetic. That's just over 5 points a game. So Fox A7, you know, the Bears D, bend don't break. That's kind of like the philosophy. And in that situation, we definitely did that. 1st down, Peterman and shotgun. We're going to throw on 1st down. Throw is to Zay Jones for about 6 yards on 1st down. That's what we need from Nathan Peterman. We need Nathan Peterman to get some confidence going, right? So some short completions early in this game. Get some confidence as it brings up 2nd and 4. Peterman in shotgun again. McCoy to his left. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. 1 to the top. This time they do hand it off to McCoy. McCoy runs it up the middle for about 2 yards before he's tackled. So it's going to be 3rd down for the Buffalo Bills. They just get it past the 25. So Zach Hartman, I guess... I guess they can't get past the 25-yard line here. So it's going to be 3rd and short, probably about 3rd and 2 for the Buffalo Bills. Again, 9.5 to go in the 1st quarter. They got the ball at the 26-yard line. 1st down is at the 28. Peterman in shotgun again. He's in shotgun for the first 3 plays. Screen pass is to McCoy. McCoy makes the first guy miss. Gets it to the 35 before he's out of bounds. So 1st down for the Buffalo Bills to the 35-yard line. So you're looking at Peterman already 2 for 2 on the drive with a quick pass, 6-yard pass to Zay Jones, and then this pass to McCoy. Not the greatest pass, but McCoy's able to get his hands on it, make the first guy miss, and get to the 35-yard line before he's forced out of bounds by the Bears. So it's going to be 1st down. They actually give him to the 34. Peterman back to throw again, throws it, and he's hit as he's thrown, so the ball falls short. And he's hit, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. The guy that McCoy made miss was Roquan Smith. Peterman saying he got hit in the helmet as he was throwing the ball, which he did. That should be a penalty, as the announcers are saying. That should be a penalty every single time. Hicks for the Bears puts his hand on Peterman's head and kind of shoves his head as he's getting ready to throw the ball. So that should have been a penalty. McCoy runs on 2nd down, doesn't get anywhere. Again, this Bears rush defense is top 5 defense in the NFL. So I do still feel like we need to run the ball in this game in order to have a chance at success. But it's just going to be tough. It's going to be a lot of, you know, maybe Chris Ivory is more the type of back you want in a game like this. Just tough ground and pound type running. McCoy gets a yard, making it 3rd and 9. So the run game probably will not be that effective unless Dable comes up with some unique run plays or our offensive line steps up a little bit. That run D for the Bears is just too good. So Peterman is shotgun through our receivers top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Peterman gets ready. Peterman's actually going to take off here. And he only gets to about the 38-yard line before he's tackled by Roquan Smith. So it's going to bring up a 4th down for the Buffalo Bills. You know, I'm not going to lie, better than I thought on that drive. Being able to get that 1 first down is actually huge. You know, you're able to give that defense a little break. We need to be able to get some first downs, less 3 and outs, so that way the Bills defense does have time to rest a little bit. In order to make some plays, because again, in order to win this game, the defense will need to make plays. There's no one on this Bills offense that's going to scare you, that's going to intimidate you, even LaShawn McCoy at this point, as Borquez gets ready to punt. Actually, no, that's not Borquez, because he got hurt last week as well. So I think we have Schmidt back. So Cohen back on the return, able to weave his way to about the 27-yard line before there is a flag down, however. So we'll see on the flag. No snow for you. Yeah, no snow yet. It's still early November. Fox 87 did say it was pretty cold there, but there is a flag down. It looks like it's going to be against the Bears on this one. You know, where the flag was thrown, a lot of times that is where the flag will be thrown. So currently in Buffalo, it's 47 degrees, 10-mile-per-hour winds, no precipitation. If you want the, I didn't sign up to this to be a weatherman, but if you want the weather report, 47 degrees in Buffalo at the moment with 10 mile-per-hour winds going southeast. So there you go. There you go. So head back to commercial break with the Bears getting the ball. The penalty was on the Bears. However, they didn't mark it off before the commercial break, so I'm not sure where they're going to start with the ball. Probably inside the 20-yard line from where the flag was thrown. I'll let you know when they come back from commercial where that is. Buffalo needs a blizzard. Not this early, man. I'll be in Buffalo in 3 weeks, so last thing I want to see is a blizzard there now. But let me go through some scores from around the league. Keep you guys, like I said, I try to keep you guys updated on scores. If there's touchdowns scored, I try to let you know who scored them. So that way you guys, if you have fantasy teams, if you need to know, I'll let you know that way as well. So going through the scores so far, the Buffalo Bills, Chicago Bears, obviously scoreless right now. 7:37 to go, or 7:30 to go in the first quarter. Pittsburgh, Baltimore scoreless with Baltimore having the ball there. Carolina has scored a touchdown against Tampa Bay, so it's 7-0 Carolina on an Alex Armah 1-yard touchdown run. Gano with the extra point makes that one 7-0. KC, Cleveland tied at 0. Jets, Miami tied at 0. Minnesota has already put up 7 against Detroit with a Latavius Murray 1-yard touchdown run. So the Minnesota Vikings beginning to get that run game going. We knew it took them a while to get that run game going. Obviously, Buffalo, we saw them earlier this year already. We beat them pretty good for our only convincing win of the season. But we saw that they had trouble running the ball then as well. But Latavius Murray with the touchdown run on that one. Atlanta up 7-0 on Washington with a Tavon Coleman 39-yard touchdown pass from Matt Ryan. So those are the 3 scores so far of the 1 o'clock games. You got Minnesota. A lot of times you just wonder if it's worth it to just. Okay, it doesn't look like the technical difficulties lasted long, but. I appreciate you guys staying with me as the technical difficulties happen. Luckily, it was during commercial break, so we don't have to worry about that. But we are live now with the Buffalo Bills defense on the field. The Bears offense on the field is actually going to be at the 17-yard line. So the Bears have the ball 1st and 10 at the 17. Trubisky under center. And then Howard, first down their own is Howard. Howard gets to about the 22-yard line. Viewers will experience buffering. All right, I'm going to try to fix these technical issues for a little bit, guys. Again, I apologize for this. I do want to give you guys the best coverage as possible, so I'll keep you updated on the game as I fix these issues. Let me know if you're having technical issues at all, if you guys can see me as I go through this. Trubisky in shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the top, 2 wide receivers to the bottom. It looks like it's going to be a false start on Chicago on what was 2nd and 4 or 5. It's now going to go back 5 more yards. If Bears win by 10, Dolphins win by 3, I will retire. Good luck with that. So it's going to be false start on the Bears. Going to be 2nd and 10 now for the Bears. So that 5-yard run by Howard on first down kind of is alleviated there. As it looks like, at least for now, the stream health is doing better. So hopefully it stays that way. Again, I apologize. If someone comes in the stream and asks during those problems, if one of you can let them know that these technical difficulties don't seem to be lasting long. Just a nuisance. So Trubisky in shotgun. You got Howard to his left. It looks like there was another false start on the Bears. So now it might be 2nd and 15 as Leno Jr., number 72. Stream is good for me. Good myth. Glad to hear that. So now it's going to be 2nd and 15 for the Bears as they have 2 straight false start penalties. And now Sean McDermott, you see him trying to get the crowd into it a little bit more. Again, 2 false start penalties. Again, there's a 5-yard run. Able to get off the field. Get the Bills better field position than we had the last drive. Trubisky in shotgun. Sideline throw gets him back to the 20-yard line. This one to Gabriel. This is going to bring up about 3rd and 8. So again, this is a situation where the Bills defense needs to be able to get off the field. You know, we've done a good job this year on 3rd down efficiency, getting off the field on 3rd downs. But this is the type of situation that can change field position a little bit. Again, the Bills did a good job on their opening drive on offense, getting a 1st down, moving the ball a little bit more than I thought they would, and punting it away and getting the blocking the back penalties. So far the Bears killing themselves with penalties. 3rd and 7 with Trubisky in shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the bottom. Middle of the field's wide open as they complete a pass there. Again to Gabriel, it looks like, for a huge gain up the field to about the 42-yard line. So that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bears. 5:15 to go in the first quarter as Gabriel is in the slot on the top of the screen. Teron Johnson just not doing that great of a job early on in coverage. We talked about how Anthony Miller had a couple huge completions on the first drive, and this time it's Gabriel who's in the slot, who's Teron Johnson's responsibility, and he just lets him go there as well. Not sure what the coverage was, obviously, so that might have something to do with it as well. But it's just unfortunate to see Teron Johnson kind of getting picked on early in this one. As we send a blitz on 1st down, and Cohen is able to dance around, get away from the initial tackle, and he gets 8 yards on the play. So Cohen looked like he was going to be stopped in the backfield for at least a 5-yard loss when they were in shotgun. But he's able to go from the left to the right, reverse field, and is able to then get 8 yards on the play. So again, big situation there for the Bills defense. Have to try to stop him. You know, you have him in the backfield. You need to try to stop him in the backfield. Do not let him break contain. And then instead of having a 2nd and long again, now you have a 2nd and short. And you're even closer to Buffalo territory. So it's going to be 2nd and 3 from the 49-yard line. Trubisky in shotgun, got Howard to his right. He does run the ball to Howard. Howard is able to get close to the 1st down marker, gets into Buffalo territory to about the 48-yard line, which is where the 1st down sticks are. So we'll see if they give him the 1st down. They're saying it's 3rd and 1, so 3rd and 1 here for the Chicago Bears. It's going to be a short 1 yard, probably closer to 3rd and inches. 3:30 to go in the first quarter. You got Buffalo and Bears both tied at 0 right now. Bears got the ball, their 2nd possession of the game, inside Buffalo territory again for the 2nd time in this game. They try to run the fullback up the middle, and the fullback is stuffed for what looks like a 1-yard loss. So this is going to actually bring up 4th and maybe closer to 2. As the Bears bring on the punt team, as Shaq Lawson is in on the stop, as they're in I formation, they try to sneak in a fullback run, and Shaq Lawson is having none of it, as he gets stopped for about a 1-yard loss, and this brings up 4th and closer to 2 for the Chicago Bears. So it looks like they'll punt again from midfield. So again, welcome to Believers Talk. If you're new, my name is Joe. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. That goes a long way for the channel. Bears punting it here on 4th and 1, 2.5 to go in the first quarter with the Bills and Bears tied at 0. All right, and it looks like the Bears will actually down this one. The ball was punted inside the 5-yard line. The Bears did a good job to make sure it didn't get in the end zone. Luckily for the Bills, the ball actually got hit to about the 10. So we're not going to be starting our own goal line, but again, we need to do a better job switching field position. We had them at 2nd and 15 deep inside their own territory. We need to do a better job to stop them so we get better field position for our offense. We know about our offensive struggles. That's not going to change if we keep starting with the ball so deep in our own territory. So welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way to help the channel. Hit that like button as well. I thank you for watching. Thank you for making this possible. I enjoy giving these games to you. So And I enjoy talking to you all too. So yeah, Bills 1970. You're absolutely right. Lawson has been a benefit so far this season. Something good to talk about for the Buffalo Bills is Shaq Lawson finally getting more productivity out of him, not being injury plagued the whole year. He did miss a game or two early in the season, but he is improving constantly. Look forward to maybe even keeping him on the team going forward in the future, including next year. That's something we'll talk about in the offseason. Guys kind of wonder, hey, what's going to happen in the offseason when the Bills aren't playing? We're going to go player by player and say, should he stay on the team? Go over his stats from this season, and then talk about him a little bit as far as what's his trade value if we wanted to trade him. If their contract's up, should we re-sign them? Things like that. That's what I want to do. So we'll go player by player, do a daily thing, maybe every other day or something like that. With 53 players on the active roster, that gives us about 53 to go over. Long off season, that equates to about 2 or 3 a week, and that's normally how many live streams we have on here. Also, I'll try to keep you updated on the Sabres. I'll keep you updated on the University of Buffalo, the Buffalo Bisons will be playing in baseball. So if you are into Buffalo sports, this is where you want to be. Again, mostly the Bills, but obviously during the offseason, we'll talk a little bit more about the Sabres. We'll talk more about the University of Buffalo and their sports programs. And we'll also talk about the Buffalo Bisons during baseball season. So you want to follow us on Twitter. Our link is in the description below. Hit that link and follow us on Twitter as well. Again, we'll keep you updated. The Sabres with a huge 9-2 victory yesterday. While we're at commercial break, say it ain't so, Joe. I mean, it's going to happen, right, Brian Tucker? What are we talking about? Fake punt? No, it wasn't a fake punt. Defense, you could say the defense is doing their job. I don't know if I agree with that. Again, the defense is doing their job as far as them not letting the Bears score points. However, there were opportunities for us to get the ball in better field position, and here we are. If in a 0-0 game like this in the first quarter, you're talking a field position battle. Right now, the Bears are winning. We need to do something to get better field position. I'm always a play ahead of you. Oh, okay. I'm no way behind. So screen pass to McCoy to start here on first down. Read pretty well by the Bears. McCoy is able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 11-yard line. I was going to go over scores, but we're back from commercial. So it's going to be 2nd and 11 as the Bills try to do a quick screen pass to the right to McCoy, a wide receiver screen as he's set up in the wide receiver position. And the Bears do a pretty decent job reading it, and he's able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more. Peterman in shotgun now. McCoy to his left. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Still scoreless here. McLeod goes into motion. It is a handoff to McCoy from the shotgun position. McCoy tries to bounce outside, but the Bears are having none of it as he actually loses 3 yards. So the Buffalo Bills will be inside the 10-yard line on this third down. Minute 40 to go in the first quarter with the Bills and Bears still tied at 0. And the Bears was with a huge tackle on McCoy for about 3-yard loss. Going to bring up 3rd and 13 for the Buffalo Bills again inside their own 10-yard line. I predict run or pass. Thanks, Brian Tucker. Good call. Mathematically, Pyramid is bound to be successful sooner or later. It doesn't quite work that way. If you're not successful in the NFL, you will just stay unsuccessful in the NFL at times. Pyramid in shotgun. You've got Ivory and the fullback in there with them. The pass goes to Ivory. Ivory bounces off Ivory's hand. Luckily, that's not intercepted. So it's going to bring up a 4th down. Again, inside the 10-yard line. Looks like the Bears are going to get good field position again here as the Bills go three and out. Bears will get good field position. I don't know what I said. Man. So, has the defense done their job as far as getting off the field? Absolutely. Not letting the Bears score, but the Bills defense could have helped us out. And at this point, that's what we need. We need the Bills defense needs to help us out, not just do their job. Going backwards on the punt, gets the ball to midfield before he's tackled. Looks like he was hit pretty late. And there's a flag for a late hit out of bounds on Cohen. So it looks like Logan Thomas is going to cost us another 15 yards here, as Cohen is out of bounds clearly when that hit comes. So Logan Thomas gets the Bears the ball at the 30, what's going to be the 35-yard line. So the Bears are going to start with this ball in field goal range because Logan Thomas just doesn't know how not to hit someone out of bounds. So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty at the end of the run. So with less than a minute to go in the first quarter, the Bears get the ball. Tied 0-0 right now, but the Bears will start with the ball ball at about the 35-yard line because of Logan Thomas's penalty. You need to watch what you're doing here, guys. You need to be able to know when a player goes out of bounds. This is not the NFL of 20 years ago. As soon as the player goes out of bounds, that means the play is done. You can't hit him, especially not that hard. I mean, he comes in with this helmet first. It's just not a smart play by Logan Thomas, as the Bears will start with the ball 1st and 10 inside Buffalo territory, in field goal range already. So let me go through some scores as we're at commercial break here. Again, less than a minute to go in the first quarter, with the score 0-0 there. Baltimore scored a field goal, so they're up 3-0 on Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has the ball in Baltimore territory. Carolina still up 7-0 on Tampa Bay. Kansas City has scored a touchdown on Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with a 50-yard touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. Cleveland did come back to kick a field goal, so that game is 7-3. Kansas City with 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Miami and New York are still tied at 0. Detroit is in the red zone, still trailing Minnesota 7-0. And Atlanta still leads Washington 7-0 there as well. We go over to the 4 o'clock games. You got Houston at Denver, the Chargers at Seattle, and the Rams at New Orleans there at 4 o'clock. And then tonight, of course, you got Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. So that's going to be a fun one tonight as well. Packers suck. Well, if you're a Bears fan, you hope so. If you're a Bears fan, you're cheering for New England tonight. I understand that. You don't want to see the Packers get rolling. And same thing with the Vikings. You don't want to see them get rolling. They can get hot. And if they get hot, then we'll see what happens. Drop punt safety? No, it was not a safety. But yeah, there was a late hit. Why do I even bother watching? Because they're our team, man. They're our team. It stinks to watch sometimes. It's hard to watch sometimes. But man, this defense is impressive. And, there was a stat last Monday in that game. 40% of our team is in the first 2 years of their NFL career. Like, that bodes so well for this team. As long as we keep them together, that bodes so well for the growth of this team. Now, it bodes terribly for this team if the one guy who's a rookie, Josh Allen, doesn't turn into the quarterback people think he might be able to. We obviously need Josh Allen to become a good quarterback in order for us to go anywhere in this league, right? I mean, obviously, this is a quarterback-driven league. So boo New England. Yeah, Brian Tucker, you might get some flack for saying go New England on this channel, but as a Bear fan, I can understand why you'd be cheering for the New England Patriots in this game. So Chicago takes the field. Trubisky is shotgun to start off this drive. Again, they have the ball 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line in Buffalo, a 37-yard line in Buffalo after the penalty. So got Trubisky in shotgun. Looks like it's either Howard or Cohen to his left. Howard's to his left. 4 wide receivers set. Trubisky passes it short, so it's short hopped to Gabriel. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line. 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. Again, the Bills and Bears tied at 0. Again, thank you for watching on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. If you want to hit that subscribe button, hit that share button as well. Share this video with your friends. Let them know that we are here giving you these live streams. It's been a frustrating year for the Buffalo Bills. We understand that. I'm with you on that, but that does not mean we can't keep watching, keep supporting our team. So we'll keep supporting. Trubisky and shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Thank you for the new subscription. Surrender to Howard. Howard, again, we had him stopped in the backfield, unable to tackle him. He's able to get to the 32-yard line, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Thank you for the new subscription. I appreciate that so much. Hit that like button. Again, share this video with your friends. Let them know we are here doing this live stream. So, we had him in the backfield, and instead of tackling Howard in the backfield, instead of tackling him in the backfield, he's able to gain 5 yards. Makes it 3rd and 5 from the 32-yard line. So we got the 3rd and 5 from the 32. Let's try to make this a long field goal. Again, the conditions are not ideal, so let's see if we can make this a long field goal for Parkey. 3 wide receivers spot the screen. Trubisky and shotgun, 1 wide receiver to the top. Handoff does go to Cohen. Cohen gets the edge and is able to get a 1st down. However, there is going to be a flag on the play, and it looks like there's going to be a hold on the Chicago Bears here. So with 8 seconds to go in the first quarter, Cohen was able to get the corner and get the 1st down. However, it does look like there is going to be a holding penalty on the Bears here and taking them back out of field goal range again. So same thing as the first drive. On their first drive, this is the Bears' 3rd drive of the game. On their first drive, they got into field goal range, and then unfortunately Trubisky had a strip sack, and the strip sack forces them back outside of field goal range, and then they were forced to punt. So with this penalty now, it's 3rd and 15. It's going to be the end of the first quarter. This might also take them out of field goal range. Again, Juan Rivas, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Hit that like button, like this video. Keep commenting on the right side here. We'll keep talking. Again, hit that notification bell. If you haven't hit the notification bell will let you know when we go live. So, like I said, we go live throughout the week. Mostly it's Monday, Thursday, and then for the game on Sunday. Every once in a while, the Bills have some news that we feel we want to give to you on this live stream. We go live that day. So hit that notification bell. Go Bears. Slap your Packers. Luckily, probably aren't too many Packers fans in this stream, so I'll laugh at that. Anyway, it's end of the first quarter, still 0-0 Bears and Bills. I'll go through some other scores so far on this day. Again, thank you for the subscription. Another new subscriber. I appreciate that a lot. Again, it helps out the channel if you guys subscribe. Helps if you hit that like button. Even the comments you guys leave. All those things help this channel succeed, and I wouldn't be a success without you. So I appreciate that, and I look forward to continue to give you guys these live streams. So thank you for the subscriptions. In the first quarter, you got the Chicago Bears, Buffalo Bills 0-0. Pittsburgh is beating Baltimore 7-3. Pittsburgh scored a touchdown with a James Conner 70-yard TD pass from Ben Roethlisberger. So James Conner doing a great job filling in for Le'Veon Bell as he continues to hold out. Carolina now up 14-0 on Tampa Bay with a Christian McCaffrey 3-yard touchdown run. Graham Gano with another extra point makes that one 14-0. Kansas City still up 7-3 on Cleveland. The Jets and Dolphins still tied at 0. Detroit, Minnesota. Minnesota's up 7-0 on Detroit. Detroit does have the ball in the red zone. First and goal. That game's at the end of the first quarter. And Atlanta is still up 7-0 on Washington with 3:49 left to go in that first quarter. So a couple scores from around the league. New scores. Again, thank you for the new subscriptions. I appreciate it. Again, it does help out the channel. Angry Buffalo sports fans, we did talk a little bit earlier. Welcome to Believer Squad. I like it, Myth. Maybe we'll keep that up. Yeah, we did talk a little bit earlier about the Sabres' 9-2 win over the Ottawa Senators, kind of getting revenge because we lost Thursday 4-2 in Ottawa. They come to Buffalo. We beat them 9-2. Pominville, 2 goals in this game. This is his 1,000th career start, or 1,000th career game, so we do appreciate that. Go Sabres. At least somebody is winning. Hey, 6-4-2, that's much better than what they've been. If you're a fan of Buffalo sports, that's the Sabres, that's the Bisons, that's the University of Buffalo, and that's our Bills, of course. Our Twitter link is in the description below. Hit that. Follow me on Twitter, because unfortunately yesterday, Ella Menese's death had a birthday party to go to, so I was unable to, and it was an afternoon game, I believe, so I was unable to keep you guys updated, but most of the times I try to keep you updated on University of Buffalo. If you're with me on Tuesday for the live stream when we did some post-game, also was keeping you updated on the University of Buffalo game because they play on Tuesday. They play on Tuesday again this week as well. So I look forward to that. So 3rd and 15 for the Bears as we start from the 42-yard line in the second quarter. Trubisky in shotgun. Trubisky goes down the middle. Again, a wide open receiver up the middle of the field. He drops the ball. They're rolling him down at the 16-yard line. So a huge play down the middle of the field. Looks like it's going to be a first down it's going to be a first down to their tight end. Looks like that's going to be Trey Burton. Trey Burton gets the ball at about the 20-yard line, catches it, and then is knocked down at the 16. Ball comes out, but it's after he's down. So huge first down for Chicago. Again, a wasted opportunity if you're a Bills fan there. First play is to Cohen on 1st and 10. He runs out of bounds, gains maybe half a yard. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line. Huge opportunity wasted, and that's what I'm talking about with this defense. Again, they're doing a decent job. They are. But the defense can't just do... It's almost like the defense can't just do their job. They have to do a little bit more, you know. There's a flag on the play, so we'll see what the flag is for. Lots of penalties on the Bears so far today. If the Bills score a touchdown, field goal, if the Bills scores it all. Too many players on the field on defense. Great job. Can't even count players. At this point, you can't even count players on field. It's not that hard. I mean, I understand, like, we need more players on the field because we stink that bad. I get that. You know, if we can play with 12 all season, let's put the 12th man on offense, see if we can score then. We don't need 12 on defense. Our defense is doing the job quite well. But these are the type of penalties that are killers for Buffalo. That's just stupid penalties. First and 5 for the Chicago Bears. It looks like they're going to do a direct snap to Howard. No, I'm sorry, that's Cohen. Cohen trips. Cohen trips and still gains 3 yards after the snap. That's ridiculous. Come on, guys. Does that mean we just let him walk in if he didn't trip? So now it looks like it's going to be 2nd and short for the Chicago Bears here. 2nd and 2. Trubisky in shotgun. 4 wide receivers set. You got Cohen to his right. Trubisky keeps it on the run pass option, and he's actually tackled at the 1-yard line. So Trubisky's tackled pretty much at the inch line. So it looks like the Bears are going to be able to get in the end zone here. 1st and goal for the Chicago Bears at the 1-inch line as Trubisky ran an option type play, fakes it to Howard, holds on to it. Lawson makes the tackle. Again, Lawson, to his effort, is doing a decent job here. First play is to Howard. Howard gets up the middle for a touchdown. So that's the 2nd Bills touchdown they've allowed in the last three home games. So, but 6-0 Chicago here. 13:04 left to go in the 2nd quarter. The Bears get on the board first. They get 6-0. And again, the way the Bills offense has been playing, is that enough to get the job done? Thanks for giving me saying at work. Hey, I try to do the best I can. I try to do the best I can. You know, I want to keep everyone sane, everyone happy. So, touchdown Chicago. So that means Bills fans aren't going to be happy. Makes it 6-0, extra point pending. And you have to wonder, is that enough against this putrid Bills offense to win the game? Parkey has the kick up and good. 13:04 left to go in the 2nd quarter. The Bears 7 and the Bills 0. Bills defense did a decent job the first 2 drives. Wish we would have changed field position because this is what's going to happen. Short fields. Stupid penalty by Logan Thomas on the punt. Gets them the ball at about the 37-yard line. And shortly after that, they drive. You know, they get a whole, you know, we have them stopped. It's 3rd and long from the 42. And we allow a huge pass play to Burton up the middle of the field. Again, the single TD is basically, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they scored 1 touchdown early in the 2nd quarter, and you have to wonder, is that enough to beat the Bills at this point? Because the Bills have shown nothing to say, hey, we're going to score. But, so we have them stopped to a 3rd and long at the 42. It looks like we stopped them from getting a field goal even again. And then a huge play up the middle to their tight end Burton. The middle of the field is just wide open. You have to wonder how much they planned that, knowing that Edmonds was going to be out today. Would Edmonds been able to fill up that middle of the field and not allow that Burton catch to happen? You know, I'm not saying Sanford's a bad linebacker. I just know that Tremaine Edmonds is a little bit more physical, also a little more athletic, and maybe might be able to cover those big plays downfield a little bit better to a tight end like Burton. So you wonder if that has anything to do with it, but at this point we know who the players are without. It's next man up. Am I going to have to go on hunger strike? If that's what you want to try to do, I don't go on hunger strikes ever. So I don't believe in hunger strikes. You kidding me? I'm hungry. I strike if I don't have food in front of me. That's what I do. So Bears up 7-0. Let's go over some other scores around the league as we're at commercial break here as they get ready to kick it back off to the Buffalo Bills. Pittsburgh still up 7-3 on Baltimore. Carolina up 14-0 on Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay does have the ball inside the red zone as they end the first quarter there. Kansas City has the ball in the red zone early in the 2nd quarter with already up 7-3 on Cleveland. The Miami Dolphins have scored a field goal to go up 3-0 on the New York Jets. The Minnesota Vikings are now up 7-3 on Detroit after Detroit gets a field goal. Atlanta up 7-0 on Washington, end of the first quarter there. I'm a Bears fan, but I like your commentary. Hey, thanks a lot, Juan Rivez. I appreciate that. I try to have a lot of knowledge on my team. I try to have a lot of knowledge around the league. I mean, again, obviously I'm a Bills fan, but I try to be as unbiased as possible. I mean, you know, it's tough to be, but the Bears, I have no issue with the Bears. I mean, they're an NFC North team. We play them once every 4 years. Maybe we'll see them in a Super Bowl in the next couple of years or something like that. But, I mean, other than that, we play them once every 4 years. I like what the Bears have done. I mean, look at last year, this year, just a huge improvement in that offense. Cohen is looking great for you guys. I mean, I don't know where you found him at, but he's doing really well. And, you know, you always have Howard there. Howard's a big asset to have. Trubisky, still obviously some questions there. As they kick the ball off, ball goes into the end zone, so the ball will be placed at the 25-yard line as they kick a bouncer, but it bounces all the way into the end zone. And so the Bills will get the ball 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for their best field position of the game so far. So, that's something. Again, we can't always start with the ball behind the 25, especially with our offense, and expect anything to happen. So they're replaying the Howard touchdown as no one touched him before he got into the end zone there. So it's 7-0 Chicago. Buffalo ball, first attempt at the 25-yard line. Peterman has yet to throw a pick. Who can't be angry, Chucky? I mean, right now, they look terrible. The Raiders look terrible. First play is a run to McCoy. McCoy gets about 3 yards up the middle, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Buffalo Bills. Pretty much the biggest run of the day so far for the Bills, as this Bears run defense is legitimate. I mean, they're a good run defense, top 10 defense in the NFL right now, and so we need to come up with a way that we think we can actually score points on this team, down 7-0 with 12.5 minutes to go in the first half. Now, McCoy in the backfield, Peterman under center, DeMarco in the backfield with them. McCoy with the run, gets it to about the 31-yard line this time before he's tackled, so it's going to be about 3rd and 3 for the Buffalo Bills. $12 minutes to go in the first half. Buffalo already trailing 7-0. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Yeah, no, they're talking about our defense and how we need to get first down here. Peterman in shotgun, 4 wide receivers, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Passes to Kroom. He has room to run in front of him. Gets to midfield. Gets inside Bears territory to about the 45-yard line before he's inside the 45-yard line before he's tackled. So huge play for the Buffalo Bills. Huge play for this offense. Again, short pass in the middle of the field. Gets Peterman's confidence up. Easy pass to Kroom. And Kroom's able to catch it on the run. Gets the ball to the 43-yard line. First down to McCoy. McCoy's tackled for what looks like a 3-yard loss on the play, 2-yard loss on the play. So it's going up 2nd and 12. So after a big play like that, you come back to McCoy, you come back to that run, and this defense shuts it down. So first down Buffalo. They do get the run play to McCoy now, 2nd and 12. Again, this Bears defense is legitimate. You know, they have stopped McCoy on every turn. So, you know, maybe that's something the Bills need to look into too, is getting younger at running back. You know, look at what the value that Cohen adds to a team like the Bears. Maybe that's something the Bills need to give McCoy a little bit of a break. You know, I think we have that Murphy, but they're not even willing to try him as Ivory comes into the game. Fake handoff to Ivory. Peterman looking downfield, unable to find anybody. Now throws the ball to the corner, and he's unable to connect there. I don't know who that was intended for, as Peterman goes down as he throws the ball. So, you know, if there's anything to say good about this game right now, Peterman has yet to throw an interception. 10:58 to go in the second quarter. Peterman has been protecting the ball pretty well. Is Ivory out? No, Ivory's in the game. He has yet to have a carry. Again, we do need to run the ball more. Yeah, Ivory is definitely playing. He was in on that play. And, you know, I did say earlier, maybe that's the type of running we need in a game like this, just that ground and pound type attack. As we get ready for 3rd and 12, 3 wide receivers set as Peterman's in shotgun, Ivory to his left. Peterman throws it, and it's over the head of Kelvin Benjamin, so it's incomplete there. So it's going to bring up 4th and 12. The Bills' offense does a decent job. Kroom with that huge play, gets the ball into Bears territory, unable to capitalize, however. So it's going to force a punt by Colton Schmidt. Again, Jorge is not in this game. He got hurt on Monday night, so hopefully he'll be back for the next week. But we have Colton Schmidt back. He's back to punt on 4th and 12. You know, but again, good job making sure this defense does not have to go right back on the field after allowing a touchdown. Fair catch is called for at the 11-yard line. So a good punt. Gets them back down to the 11-yard line. So it's good that the defense now will have a little bit more field to work with as well, instead of having them start on our 37-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Chicago with the ball at the 11-yard line with 10:44 to go in the first half. Welcome, Daniel Jones. Thanks for joining me. I'm reading your comment now. You're from Philly. I'm actually not that far away from you, probably about an hour and a half away. I'm from the Lancaster area. So welcome to Believers Talk. Thank you for joining me. Hit that subscribe, like button. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate the comment. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Yeah, I do my best. Keep believing. Absolutely. I pointed to my hat because I only have a Believe hat. Couldn't find it this morning, but there's always backups. That's why I was backups. I love this hat too. So, maybe we'll wear a couple different hats for you the rest of the season, so you guys can guess what kind of hat I'm going to wear. Give us something to do, right? 4 and out. No, we need a 3 and out here, Brian Tucker. If you're, I know you're cheering for the Bears, but if you're a Bills fan, you would love to have a 3 and out here. Again, I said in the pregame, I said one of our 3 keys to victory is the Bills defense needs to create points. Because this offense will not... this offense has done a better job than I thought it would already. We've gotten the ball into Chicago Bears territory. We've gotten a few first downs. No turnovers. These are all surprises to me, actually. Good to see. Keep us in this game, even though it is 7-0. Defense needs to do their job and try to create turnovers, do something. I'm in sunny Florida. That must be nice, Tucker. That must be nice. What is it there? 60, 70 degrees. Well, we're here in 40-degree weather, but it's not that bad here. It's not too bad at all. So, but welcome to Believers Talk. If you are new, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, and please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Also, hit that notification bell. If you haven't hit that notification bell will let you know when we go live. Every time we go live, we don't just go live for these live streams. We go live the day after for post-game play-by-play. We also go live during halftime of Thursday Night Football to pregame the game coming up. So this Thursday, we'll be live to talk about that New York Jets game coming up next week before our bye week. And the bye week's going to be interesting as we get closer to the Thanksgiving, of course. Have some holiday plans that week, too, so we'll see what happens there. But we also have a bye week, so we'll try to get on here live a couple times. Maybe we'll do a game that Sunday if we can get on here for you guys as well. So thank you for joining me on Believers Talk again. My name is Joe. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, leave a comment. We'll talk, obviously, talking back and forth with some people. 80 degrees in Florida must be nice again. First play for the Bears is a run to Cohen. Cohen's actually stopped in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. I'm sorry, I think that's actually Howard on that run. No, it's not Howard. What are we talking about? Give me a second. I have the Bears roster here. Yeah, no, that was Howard on that run. Howard coming out of the game. Looks like he's okay. He's jogging off the field as we get ready for 2nd and 11 now. Like I said, they ran it on first down got lost. So this defense needs to step up at this point. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Buffalo will start with the ball in the second half. But we do want to see, again, if you watch, we know how terrible this offense is, especially in the first half. Quick screen for the Bears on 2nd down. Looks like that's going to get them to about the 14-yard line. That screen pass was to what was that screen pass to? I didn't even get a number. I was looking at the numbers, and I was like, I didn't get a number, so what do I know? What do I know? So, but yeah, interesting thing about the Bears is Matt Nagy, your head coach, actually is from Lancaster County, which is where I live. So, interesting little tidbit there. So, good to see a Lancaster County guy do well. He's doing well this season so far. Just don't want to see him do well. Taquan Mizell got a nice catch there. So it's going to be 3rd down. Shaq Lawson gets pressure on Trubisky. Passes downfield and incomplete. So on 3rd and 6, Shaq Lawson gets pressure on Trubisky. Hits Trubisky as he lets it go. Tyron Johnson, who's been teased a lot in this game so far, able to get to the ball, knock it down. And so it's going to be a 4th and 6 from the 14-yard line. So a huge stop, huge 3 and out for this Bears defense. You grew up in Chicago? Yeah, I grew up I was born in Buffalo. I can pretty much say I probably grew up here in Lancaster, but I was born in Buffalo, lived there for the first few years of my life before we moved here. So 4th down and 6 for the Bears. They're getting ready to punt from the end zone, from the 15-yard line. So the punter is just on the goal line. This may change field position, which is huge. As Hyde recovers the punt, or gets the punt, gets it inside Bears territory before he's taken down at the 49-yard line. So the Bills will start with the ball inside Chicago Bears territory. Best field position start of the day. 1st and 10 as Peterman comes onto the field. Again, Peterman so far, no turnovers, so you all might be surprised to hear that. Game is 7-0 Bears with about 10 minutes to go in the first half. The Bills will get the ball to start the second half as well. I'm sorry, about 9 minutes to go in the first half. The Bills will get the ball to start the second half as well. Bills have not scored a touchdown in the last 29 possessions. That's the longest stretch since 2003. Oh, New Holland. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I know exactly where that's at. All right, first play, Ivory in the backfield. Completion to Kelvin Benjamin. Benjamin gets the ball to the 35-yard line before he's tackled. So first catch for Benjamin on the day. And it's going to be first down Buffalo, gets it to the 35. And it looks like, I mean, depending which way we're facing as far as the wind's concerned, we're already in field goal range for Stephen Hausch money. But we want to score touchdowns, not field goals here. So, again, we haven't scored a touchdown in the last 29 drives. Longest stretch since 2003. Got the ball now 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line after a first down completion to Kelvin Benjamin. Now we in shotgun. We run the ball with Chris Ivory. Ivory gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more as he's tackled there. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. That's Chris Ivory's first run of the game. So when we're at halftime, great area. It is a great area. You're absolutely right. I love it. I love this area as far as, how good it is for families and things like that. So, I miss Buffalo sometimes. You can't take the Buffalo out of the man sometimes, I say. But yeah, I do like this area. So now we got the 2nd and 9, 8 minutes to go in the first half from the 34-yard line. Ivory with another run, trying to get it out to the left side. Unable to do so as Raekwon Smith is right there. Again, gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down. I do say we do need to run the ball a little more, mix it up. And with Nathan Peterman doing decent in this game, actually, we do need to make sure we do run the ball a few more times, run the ball a few more times just to keep that defense honest. Maybe we need to pass the ball a little bit more to open up the run game. But, yeah, Nathan Peterman is currently 5 for 9, 55 yards, which if you are a Bills fan, for our quarterbacks this season, that's not that bad compared. And there's no turnovers, which is the big thing. So 3rd and 9. Pass is to Kroom. Kroom makes the catch, but he's bobbling it as he caught it. He then fumbles the ball. So there's the turnover. Chicago recovers it. Chicago has no one in their way. Has an assembly line leading him into the end zone to make this game 13-0. Kroom bobbles the ball, catches it, fumbles it, and then it's returned the rest of the way for a touchdown, and it's absolutely a fumble, and the Bears now go up on the Bills 13-0, as it looked like the Bills might be able to get a score before halftime. Kroom trying to do too much. He was barely getting back to the line of scrimmage when that happened, and then he's stripped. And then Nate Jackson with the strip and the recovery and the return for a touchdown. And now the Bears go up with 7:07 to go in the first half. The Bears are up 13-0. That's the last thing we needed. Dable too predictable. We'll get into that. I did actually on Monday talk about Dable. He broke out the Wildcat last week. There's nothing more you want. Like, what more would you want from him to do? But at this moment, huge fumble. We'll maybe talk about that at halftime. I mean, you can't turn the ball over. These are game-changing plays. Game-changing plays. Our offense is doing pretty well, and you turn the ball over. We had this issue with Charles Clay a couple weeks ago. We have rookie and young quarterbacks in there. You have to be able to do something for them. And that's not helping them. Now we're in a 14-0 hole in what was a 7-0 game with us getting ready to score. Even if it's a field goal. It's 7-3. Our defense is doing their job. Making this game, you have the possibility of winning. You have the possibility. It's right in front of you. But then you allow a score. This is the 4th straight week. Where our offense has been on the field where a team has scored. Or if not, that they've turned the ball over in easy position to score. I mean, how much more can our defense do? How much more can they do? And here you are, giving the game away. Jason Kroom, Charles Clay, hold on to the ball. It's 3rd and 10. You're at the line of scrimmage. You're getting hit. You're going to break 15 tackles to get the first down? No, you're not. Your main job is not to try to break 7 tackles. Your main job is to protect the football. Protect the ball. Game-changing plays. Good job for the Bears. Now they're up 14-0. But these are game-changing plays. I'll see you guys soon in the draft. Angry Buffalo fan, you'll be back, man. You'll be back. But I appreciate you being here again. Thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. If you're new, my name is Joe. That's just one of the many rants I've done so far this season. So, you'll have a lot more as the Bills' offense continues to depress the Buffalo Bills. We need to get Josh Allen back. We need to try to get him to grow a little bit in this offense. Obviously, we don't want to rush him back from his injury. But, man, yeah, Tuck called a fumble. Tuck called a lot of things, though. You know what I'm saying? So, one thing, right, out of the, didn't you call it a hook and broom play or something like that? I don't know what you called it. But yeah, so now the Bears are up 14-0. I know I'll be back. But no, I appreciate you guys joining me again. It's all about improvement. And it's all seeing what these players have. And from seeing stuff like that from Jason Kroom makes you question our whole tight end position. You talk about Charles Clay. not living up to the billing. You know, I was actually going into the season, I was very happy with our tight end spot overall. But now you're talking about big disappointing plays downfield. Again, we're getting ready to score. I understand it's just a field goal, but when you're talking about a quarterback like Nathan Peterman, to get him that opportunity to score points, it's very important for his confidence. And now here we are down 14-0. Down 14-0, and you know, our offense is not one that's going to continue to drive the ball downfield. We need to take advantage of every time we have the ball in the opponent's territory. We need to score points. Top 5? Yeah, probably. You're probably right. Probably right. As the Bears kick it off, it's a touchback, so the Bills will start the ball 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Let's see what this does for Nathan Peterman's confidence. I mean, Nathan Peterman's actually done a decent job. You know, I mean, but he's due for a pick 6. Maybe. I don't wish negativity on any player, let alone Bills players. But man, that's just miserable. So now we have McCoy in the backfield. No, is that McCoy? No, that's not McCoy. To Terrell Pryor. So Terrell Pryor's in the game, takes a wildcat snap, but he is tackled for a loss as he fakes the half to McCoy. And those are the type of plays. Someone said that Dable is predictable. Well, you know, he's around Wildcat. He's trying new things. It's hard not to be predictable when you have quarterbacks who have been on this team for like 20 days. You're talking about Derek Anderson, you know. It's hard not to be predictable when stuff like that happens. Now, Peterman's in the game. Shotgun formation. You have McCoy to his left, 2 wide receivers to the bottom, 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. McCoy with a good block on a blitzing linebacker. You gotta be kidding me. So Peterman throws another interception, but this should not be his fault. As Peterman gets the ball to the receiver bobbles it, and the Bears pick it off. And here comes the downhill storm, right? I mean, what can a quarterback do? This is Andre Holmes, I believe it is. Yeah, he has it. Yeah, this goes down an interception, and it shouldn't. You're wrong. It wasn't a pick 6. It was just an interception. But what more can a quarterback do? Why can't our offense help this guy out? So now the Bears have the ball. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Trubisky with the fake handoff. They're going deep downfield, and that's an incomplete pass. But if you're a Bears fan, you got to go for the juggler here. Make it 21-0 before halftime. 6:12 to go in the first half. 14-0. The Bears already up on the Buffalo Bills after they score a running touchdown. The Bills offense gets the ball into Bears territory. But as we've seen all year, you look at last week's game, we're able to get the ball inside the opponent's territory, but then we do something stupid. And lo and behold, Jason Kroom with a catch at the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 10, trying to break tackles, is unable to, fumbles the ball, and it's recovered. And now Andre Holmes, or whoever it was, I don't even know who it was right now, has the ball secure in his hands, decides to bobble it, and bobbles it right up to a Bears player waiting for it. So now the Bears have the ball. 2nd and 10, Trubisky throwing on 2nd down, caught by Burton inside the 25-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Bears. There's a flag down. Looks like there might have been pass interference on the offense here. That's at least what the initial call is. So it's going to be, it will not be a 1st down for the Bears here. The Bears should be ahead, probably more in this game. They're killing themselves with penalties, but man, if you're a Bills fan, this has to be, yeah, Terrell Pryor was the one who dropped it too. That's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, Terrell Pryor has it in his hands, then bobbles it. Seems like that's a bad call. I don't see Burton with any type of pass interference there. I mean, I'd have to get another angle of it, but it's going to help out the Bills here and make it 2nd and 20. The Bills need final score 55-0. You know, I mean, again, it's going to take a lot of scores by your defense if that's the case. But 2nd and 20 for the Bears here. Blitz coming. Blitz does get Trubisky, but he is able to get the ball away as it's completed by Miller. There's literally nothing. Like, I can't even think right now, guys. Like, it's so depressing. You can't blame Peterman for any of that, you know. But it all starts with Jason Kroom. It all starts with Jason Kroom. And then the way our team works, our offense especially, there's no confidence there. There's no confidence. So the moment one bad thing, it's what they call the snowball effect, right? As soon as things start going bad, they're going to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. It's never going to stop. We should have kept Streeter and Curley. Why? Like, what would they have done in this type of offense? Are you saying they would have helped this offense out? I doubt it. I don't think Streeter and Curley would have been the answer at wide receiver that we need. I mean, we need so much more than wide receiver help. We need so much more than tight end help. We need so much more than offensive line help. It's a combination of everything, guys. It's a combination of everything. Now the Bears are mocking McDermott. Yeah, I saw that. Well, McDermott needs to keep his mouth shut. McDermott needs to stop saying it was a bobble. It obviously was not a bobble. Again, I don't know why you guys keep saying we needed to keep a third or fourth wide receiver on our team that you think would have helped our team. It wouldn't have. It wouldn't have. Streeter would be like Andre Holmes now. You know, I mean, that's just the reality of it. And what's Andre Holmes done for us this year? I mean, it's just ridiculous. 3rd and 8 for the Bears. 5:12 to go in the first half. The Bears called their first timeout. Cohen goes into motion. No one goes with him, though. No one goes with him, making the Bills call timeout. Because we're not ready. We're not ready for the big leagues. That's a problem. That's a problem. Cohen goes into motion, and do you know who follows him out there? Nobody. Luckily, McDermott saw it and calls a timeout before Cohen's just gone for a touchdown. Streeter has good hands. That's great. That's wonderful. We don't have a wide receiver who can give him the ball. That's the first time that's really happened this year. You know, Charles Clay, that fumble, that's going to happen either way. Kroom, that fumble, that's going to happen either way. Streeter's not going to prevent those from happening. It's ridiculous, guys. We're not ready. We're not ready for Cohen to go into motion. Like, he comes out of the backfield, goes into motion to the right, and no one follows him. And then the one guy who notices it is, like, I think it was Sanford or maybe Milano who follows him. Like, come on. Shotgun formation, 3rd and 8. False start on the Bears, it looks like. So it's going to be 3rd and 13 for the Bears. The Bears are killing themselves with penalties. The Bears could be up so much more points if they'd stop killing themselves with penalties here. Streeter better than Holmes, that's wonderful. But you still have no one to give him the ball. So you put Streeter in, you take Holmes out. Who's getting him the ball? Streeter has good hands, he still can't create separation. That's what we need right now. We need a wide receiver. We need a wide receiver who can get separation and, you know, hold on to a ball. But shotgun formation, 5 wide receiver set, 3rd and 13 for the Bears. Pass is incomplete, so it's going to bring up 4th and 14. So again, a penalty by the Bears takes them out of field goal position, and that interception by Peterman is not going to lead to points, as they will have to punt it with 5:08 to go in the first half. Great job by our defense, who have only allowed 7 points in this game. They've tried their best to keep this team in it, but due to a fumble return for a touchdown, it's 14-0 Bears. And again, this offense has not scored a touchdown in 31 possessions now. Or 31 straight possessions. So 14-0 might be enough to take it. You know, they don't have to be as 55-0 as the ball's down at the 10-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills at the 10-yard line. So, you know, we did our best to turn the field over. We did, and then Peterman throws an interception. And again, you can't blame Peterman for that. You can't. Offensive vomit by the Bears. Tell me, you know, you're a Bears fan, I get it. Like, your Bears offense has been up and down this whole season. We've been down all season. All season it's been down. You know, our best offense was against the Vikings. And the only reason why our offense looked good against the Vikings is because we got the ball inside the 20 so many times, because this defense caused turnover after turnover after turnover. And then Minnesota just found themselves behind. So it's going to be 1st and 10, Buffalo at the 10-yard line. Peterman under center. McCoy in the backfield behind him. Fake handoff to McCoy. Peterman needs to get the ball away. Peterman finds, it looks like Thomas is in there. Gets it to the 13-yard line before he's tackled for about a 14-yard line before he's tackled for a 3-yard gain. So it's going to bring up 2nd and about 7 for the Buffalo Bills. 4.5 to go in the first half. Again, the Bills do get the ball to start the second half. So, I mean, if you're a Bills offense that could actually score points, you could look at this like the Patriots and say touchdown here, touchdown, and start the second half. This was supposed to be a bad year. But so was last year. So was last year. I mean, last year was supposed to be a bad year, and we made the playoffs. So, yes, this year was supposed to be a bad year, but is there always room for optimism? Absolutely. McCoy gets the ball to about the 18-yard line before he's taken down. They're bringing up a third and short, third and about 3 to go for the Buffalo Bills. We need to stay in these type of situations on third down. These are the situations that help us convert these third downs. 3rd and 3, under 4 minutes to go now in the first half. The score is 14-0 Bears over Bills. Bears scored on a 1-yard touchdown by Howard. And then there was the Bills were driving, and there was a pass to Kroom on the 3rd and 10, back to the line of scrimmage, and Kroom trying to do too much with the ball, and he fumbles it, and it's returned for a touchdown by the Bears. Bears send a blitz, and that's intercepted, popped in the air, and that's going to be a pick 6 for the Bears. Looks like there's definitely pass interference on the play, as that was intended for Pryor. Pryor unable to catch it. The ball pops in the air, and that's a pick 6 for Floyd of the Bears. So, again, this Bears offense, this snowball, right? Like I just said, the snowball. He definitely hit him before the ball got there. But there's no flag on the play. And so it's an interception for a touchdown, and you can't review stuff like that. But he definitely hit him before the ball got there. That's ridiculous. That the play something like that's not called. Those are the type of things that will go against you when things aren't going your way. It's a good yard or two. Like, it's not even close. Fuller definitely hits Terrell Pryor, or no, that's Zay Jones. He hits him well before the ball gets there, and there's no flag on the play. And now we're down 21-0. So, welcome to the NFL. So 3:32 to go in the first half. Bears up on the Bills, 21-0. And Coach McDermott is pissed, and he has every right to be. That's 2-3 yards that Zay Jones has hit before the ball gets there. It didn't happen within a yard of the line of scrimmage. It didn't. Like, they're saying that happened within a yard of the line of scrimmage. It did not. Neither of these interceptions are Peterman's fault. It's within a yard. Okay. So they're saying no pass interference because it's within a yard of the line of scrimmage. I'm talking to Dean Blandino, officials, analysts. He's, of course, agreeing with the officials. Zach Hartman, they're saying it was within a yard, so they're saying no pass interference. So 21-0 Chicago, 3:32 to go. Two of these touchdowns while our offense is on the field. It's just a touchback. It's Buffalo's gonna start the ball first and 25. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, and it all starts with Jason Kroom. Who knows? Like, the whole game's different if he just flipping goes down and then we kick a field goal and make it 7-3. It's a trash rule. Yes and no. Like, I get the rule. Like, I get it. Like, you don't want to have these guys constantly doing. Yeah, no, I understand the rule, but it's just, I can't even believe this. Floyd needs spark. Well, not in this game. They don't. In this game, there's no spark needed. Peterman in shotgun formation. Screen pass to Ivory. There's a flag down. It's going to be against Buffalo. I can't say, obviously the flags have gone Buffalo's way. The Bears have a lot more penalties than the Bills do at this point. But this is just insane at this point. 3.5 minute personal foul offense. And now we're just frustrated, right? Because a lot of Bills players think that should have been a penalty, right? A lot of Bills players think that should have been a penalty, so now they're just frustrated on that show. It's a personal foul on Buffalo, so it's going to be 1st and 25 from the 10, maybe. What's the penalty here? Looks like they can call tripping, because tripping is a common call in the NFL. What can you do? When the snowball starts going downhill, it's impossible to... So 1st and 22 for the Buffalo Bills. Screen pass to Chris Ivory. He's going to get nowhere. He actually loses 4 yards inside the 10-yard line. So now it's going to be second down. Less than 3 minutes to go in the first half. The Bears are going to get this ball back with time to score again. And, we've gone 10 quarters now without a touchdown. Passes to Thomas. Thomas gets the ball to the 14-yard line before he's tackled. It's going to be third down, 2.5 to go. Probably going to wind it down to a 2-minute warning here. Yeah, maybe we should start throwing beyond a yard. Wow. We've definitely seen that play called pass interference. So if they were called pass interference, it wouldn't have been a surprise. But not here, not in this game. Bears haven't won a Super Bowl since 1985. Bills fans, quickly tell them last time the Bills won a Super Bowl. Quickly. Anyone? 2-minute warning here in the first half. Again, 2 defensive touchdowns for the Bears. I said you start that Bears offense, probably the best start of the day. And they have not disappointed with 3 turnovers, 2 scores right off the turnovers. And with that, at the 2-minute warning of the first half, the Bears are leading the Bills 21-0. And you have to credit the Bears defense. Pats would got you're probably right. You're probably right. And you know what? They would have argued at that point that it was a penalty, and then everyone would say, "Oh, okay, it is a penalty." Like that's the difference. That's a huge difference. And it's not. You can't blame the Pats for that. Like the Pats will take that penalty. Of course, every team would take that penalty instead of 6 the other way. You can't blame the Patriots for that. The NFL likes watching certain teams win, and it's no lie. Even Bears fans, you can't deny it. You can't deny it. I'm not saying I'm not saying it's this game. I'm not accusing anything of happening in this game. But you look at the Patriots, you look at the Packers, you can look at the Cowboys, you can look at the 49ers. They've had bad years recently, but when those teams are winning, they want them to keep winning. Do you know why? Because those are the fans that are coming out to watch, and that's where the money is. Went to 4 in a row. We did go to 4 in a row. How many of those did we win, Brian? How many of those did we win? And that was even the early 90s. So, you haven't won since 85. We haven't won a championship since, I think it was, 63? 62 maybe. Some of the worst football I've seen my whole life. Yeah. 0, exactly, Brian. Like, I get it. You guys haven't won a Super Bowl since 1985. We haven't won a Super Bowl at all. I have no idea what that feeling's like. I wasn't alive in 1985, so I can't speak to that either. But, would be nice to get one. I would say that's not going to happen this year. So, this is some of the worst offensive football I've seen in my life. Angry Buffalo, you're absolutely right. We were talking about 10 quarters now straight without a touchdown. That's embarrassing. And I went off about how it's not Brian Dable's fault, and I still believe that. I still believe this is all on Brian Dable. I believe that's not all on our offensive line. I believe it's not all on our wide receivers. I believe it's not all on our quarterback, but I believe it's not all on our tight ends, even though I can argue that some of it is right now. I think about that Clay play against the Colts that changed that game completely, snowballed that game when that was still 7-0, and now I think about this one with the game 7-0, and again we're in field goal range, and there's just a fumble, and they return it for a touchdown. So 3rd and 22 as we come back from commercial break at the 13-yard line. It's a handoff to Chris Ivory. Chris Ivory gets the ball. Oh, wow. Chris Ivory actually to the 30. There's a flag down. As Chris Ivory gets to the 33-yard line, a nice run by Chris Ivory. However, there is a flag that will negate this run completely. Looks like Chris Ivory knows it's against the Bills just by his reaction. This would bring up 4th down, so it'll be interesting on if they decide to decline it anyway with 1:52 to go. This would still bring up 4th down. It's going to be a holding on the offense. They're going to accept the penalty to put the Bills back even further. This one looks like it's on 79, so that's going to be Mills, I believe. So now it's 3rd and even longer for the Buffalo Bills. 3rd and about 30. Third and 28. Third and 28. This is some of the worst offense I've seen. I mean, it really is. It really is. You want to talk about bad offenses I've seen in my life. I look at one of the first ones I think about, actually. McCoy with a run. Oh, no, that's not McCoy. I'm sorry. We finally used Marcus Murphy. Murphy with a run gets the ball to about the 13-yard line before he's taken down. So with about a minute 40 to go in the first half, the Bills will punt. The defense will see the field again. Again, you just joined me. Welcome to Believes Talk. My name is Joe. Thank you. You have to, the stream's back. Sorry about that, guys. But on 3rd and 28, what are you going to do? You can't punt from your own end zone. You have to try to give your punter some room to punt the ball. Murphy looks slow on that run. Well, it could be that top 5 run defense of the Bears, too, that makes him look slow. So Schmidt back to punt. He punts the ball. Decent punt. Bounces at the 50. Received at the 40. Going backwards are the Bears again. But they're going to break free. They're going to break free. We can't tackle. And now here he goes. Down to the Bills 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. And then another forced fumble by the Bills that we can't recover as he gets the ball to the 22-yard line. So we can't tackle. So, again, now we're not even talking about our defense again. Cohen with a great return as the ball bounces almost over his head. He gets it at about the 40-yard line. He trips up. He actually is being taken down by Lorenzo Alexander, but Lorenzo Alexander is unable to finish taking him down, spins around, goes to the right or to the left, and is able to return it inside Buffalo territory, where he's then another forced fumble that we can't recover. That's 24 forced fumbles, and we recovered 7 of them. Unfortunately, I cannot turn the camera to the TV due to copyright restrictions. My channel will get blocked. But, I mean, if you're a Bills fan, there's nothing good to watch anyway, as the Bears start with the ball with a minute 23 to go and a timeout left. Start with the ball at the 23-yard line. Trubisky in shotgun formation. Back to throw. Throw is to... let me see who that is. I apologize. Throws to Anthony Miller, who gets about 8 yards on first down. Going to bring up about 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3, as he's gang tackled there. Again, this defense really hasn't seen the field all too much because the last 2 Bears scores were while the Buffalo Bills offense was on the field. There was a fumble returned for 7, and then there was an interception returned for 7, or 6 both times. So defense back on the field. Howard with a run up the middle. Howard gets inside the 5 and scores. So Howard's second rushing touchdown of the day makes this one 27-0, and it just looks like the Bills have given up. I mean, nothing has gone their way. And again, once those mistakes start, it just starts snowballing, right? And we talked about that. Jason Kroon with a fumble as the Bills are driving. And he fumbles it, and it's returned for a touchdown, makes it 14-0. And then Pryor has the ball in his hands, unable to hold on. I'm sorry, Zay Jones gets hit. The Pryor interception actually didn't turn into any points. Wow, I forgot about the Pryor interception by this point. But Peterman is thrown on the stat sheet 2 interceptions, neither of which are his fault. But, the stat sheet doesn't lie, and he throws another pick 6. And now with Parkey's extra point, the Bears go up 28-0 with 44 seconds to go in the first half. So 28-0. The Bears are completely controlling this game at this point. 2 touchdowns by the defense. There's so much our defense can do. What's the stats in each quarterback? I'll get to those at halftime. Not too much going on for either quarterback. Trubisky hasn't been able to do much because their defense has scored twice. And then Peterman hasn't been able to do much just because, his stats are going to look bad when I don't think he's played that bad, actually. And it's a shame because to anyone other than a Bills fan or a Bears fan watching this game, you're going to look at Peterman's stat line and simply say, oh, well, it's Nathan Peterman, he stinks. Well, no, if you're a wide receiver in the NFL on this first interception, you need to hold on to that ball. You need to help out a young quarterback. You just need to. I understand Terrell Pryor isn't playing a little bit. I get it, a couple weeks. But you have the ball in your hands. You cannot bobble it and then bobble up in the air for a Chicago Bear just to, fair catch it, basically. It's a shame. It's really a shame. But The loss will go underneath Peterman's belt because this is going to be a loss, guys. It's 28-0, 44 seconds to go. We're going to take this into halftime. Our offense hasn't scored on 33 straight possessions. I don't see us scoring 4 touchdowns at any point. I mean, we might be lucky if we score 4 offensive touchdowns the rest of the season. I mean, that's how bad our offense is. That's how bad our offense is. But yeah, we'll get to the stats. Welcome to Believers Talk again. Thank you for joining me. If you're a Bills fan, obviously another depressing game so far for the Buffalo Bills. Down 28-0, 44 seconds to go. Peterman's in shotgun, so I'm not sure if this is just a delayed handoff. No, it looks like we are going to try to score before the start of the second half. Murphy gets a screen pass, gets out of bounds after a 3-yard gain. So 36 seconds to go. Murphy gets out of bounds, makes it 2nd and 7 for the Buffalo Bills. If you're joining me, again, I appreciate it. Thank you. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. We'll talk back and forth again. Give me a reason to watch the second half. Well, again, I mean, we need to see growing improvement. It's hard to give you a reason to watch the second half because Peterman's not going to be here next year, right? I mean, Josh Allen's our guy of the future. We can grade our wide receivers, Zay Jones is the only wide receiver that might be back next year. Peterman looks like he's going to get sacked. He's actually able to get away from the pressure, throws it downfield, but he throws it out of bounds, so it's incomplete pass. There's a flag down. More likely, it's going to be holding on the Bills. As I don't see Peterman getting away from all that pressure without there being some sort of holding. The kickoff was a touchback, so we're about at the 29-yard line with 27 seconds to go. So there's really no reason at this point to think that we should try to score, especially with this holding penalty bringing us back even more yards. Wow. That's what I have to say, guys, is wow. Like, this is embarrassing if you're a Bills fan. Like, this whole season has just been an embarrassment. That was on Dawkins with the hold. But the hold prevents Peterman from getting nailed, and who knows if Peterman, when he gets sacked, fumbles the ball. I mean, where this is going, I wouldn't be surprised. 17-yard line, Peterman in shotgun again. I don't know why we're trying to score here. Pass is to, this one is to, is that Logan Thomas again? Yeah, Logan Thomas. Unable to get out of bounds. 18 seconds to go. The Bills take a timeout. I don't understand this. I just really don't understand this. For what? For what reason? Chicago defense. Bills have 12 rush attempts from 15 yards. Yeah. I mean, again, I've been saying this whole game the Bears defense is for real. Even without Khalil Mack, this Bears defense is for real. But I mean, the defense was the best start of the day so far. You have 2 touchdowns. You have 3 turnovers. I don't think you have a sack yet, but that time you almost had a sack, but it was prevented by holding. But no matter whose fault it is, that goes for the Bears offense, or Bears defense. I mean, why is Benjamin on the sideline? There's a flag down. Looks like the flag is actually going to be roughing the passer. Looks like the Bears defender went low on the legs of Nathan Peterman. Yeah, roughing the passer. That's going to be on Danny Trevathan. He just dove low at the legs. I'm not sure I like the call. Murphy, I'm not sure I like that call at all. Murphy blocked him, and when he blocked him, Trevathan went to the ground. Trevathan's leaping towards Logan Thomas, hurdle him for sure. I mean, Thomas did have a hurdle, but it was, what's the point? You hurdle and then you get hit. What, you want to fumble the ball again? Give the Bears another chance to score before the end of the half? I mean, I just don't get it. So it's going to be 1st and 10. But Buffalo Bills have the ball at the 42-yard line now. Shotgun formation. Peterman back to throw. Peterman throws it towards the sideline. Incomplete. Out of reach of Marcus Murphy. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 with 7 seconds left in the first half. It's just one of those days. It's just one of those seasons, if you want to say that. I mean, again, the Bills have not scored an offensive touchdown now in what's going to be 34 possessions. Even Cleveland's giving the Chiefs a bad game. Listen, Cleveland's defense is for real too. Looks like Buffalo's going to call their last timeout. 7 seconds to go in the first half. Trailing the Chicago Bears 28-0. No, Bears called their timeout on 2nd and 10. I don't know why they would call their timeout. They're not going to get the ball back. Maybe they saw something on defense they want to correct. So the Bears called their last timeout. The Bills do still have 1 timeout remaining with 7 seconds to go. 28-0. Again, what am I eating? I have a veggie bowl here, and I'm eating it with chips. So I scoop it with the chip, eat it. Delicious. Go over some. Oh no, we're back here from the timeout. 7 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 for Buffalo. Ninth period in shotgun formation. Pass is to. Looks like that's Logan Thomas again. Thomas is probably a leading receiver at this point, at least in catches. And he gets the ball close to the midfield. 2 seconds to go. Maybe we're going to try a Hail Mary here just to see what happens on this 3rd and 4. Again, 2 seconds to go. 56-0. I think I had a 55-0 earlier and 56-0. Again, unless the Bills offense gives up 3 more touchdowns, the Bills offense is giving up the same amount of touchdowns as the Bills defense at this point. So Peterman is in shotgun. 2 seconds to go. McCoy to his left. Looks like they are going to try a Hail Mary here. Why not? And instead, there is going to be a face mask on. So there's going to be one untimed down for the Buffalo Bills here as Lynch comes across Peterman's helmet. So it's going to be either unsportsmanlike, unnecessary roughness on the quarterback or a face mask. Either way, it's going to be another 15 yards for Buffalo. Yeah, he gets it on the face mask. So it's going to be another 15 yards for Buffalo. It's going to get the ball into Chicago, into the Chicago side of the, or Buffalo side of the field. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, guys. I just really don't know what I'm saying. I don't think that puts us in the field goal range, though, Hartman. I just really don't. But we might as well try it, right? Hauschka be about a 57-yarder, 58-yarder maybe. But no, Peterman is still in there. Peterman's still in there. Down 28-0. There's going to be an untimed down here as we're at the 37. So it actually would be about, a 54-yarder. Hauschka has made those before. Buffalo calls their last timeout. Again, untimed down here for the Buffalo Bills here. But at this point, maybe McDermott's thinking, what's the point of a field goal? You want to try to score a touchdown here. Maybe score a touchdown to start the second half, and then it's 28-14. I doubt it will happen. If you've watched the Bills' offense, you doubt it's going to happen. But as a coach, you need to have faith in your team a little bit. Better than being shut out? To who? We had that happen. We've had that happen before. We lost to Baltimore week 1, 47-3 instead of 47-0. I'm not going to lie. At this point in the season, neither of them's good. You ask me what loss hurt more, the 47-3 loss to Baltimore or the 22-0 loss to Green Bay. I'm going to tell you they hit the same. So, shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers. Looks like it's going to be a Hail Mary from the 37-yard line. Peterman back to throw. Has time. Rolls to his right. Now he's going to have a QB sneak. And he's going to run it to inside the 10-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. What was the point of that? Throw it up. Throw it up. You're going to have another interception on your stats. So he's going to add to his rushing yards. Good job for him. Good for him. So it's going to be 28-0 at the half as the Bears lead the Bills. The Bills will start with the ball in the second half, but it just does not look good after the Bears scored on a short field. The Bears and Bills exchanged punts back and forth for the first 3 possessions, or 2 possessions at least. I think it was the 3rd possession for the Bears. They got the ball, and then there was a late hit on the return by Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas then gets called for that penalty. They start with the ball at the 37-yard line. It's a great day to be a Bears fan so far. So they start with the ball at the 37-yard line, and shortly thereafter they have a 1-yard touchdown run by Jordan Howard. Then there is a fumble. The Bills are driving. The Bills drive into Bears territory. The Bills drive it inside the 35-yard line. Looks like they're at worst going to get a field goal on the drive. 3rd and 10. The Bears defense does a good job. Peterman's forced to check it down to Jason Kroom. Jason Kroom on the line of scrimmage. Jason Kroom tries to break a tackle, and in doing so takes both hands off the ball, and then it's stripped and returned for a touchdown by Treadwell, I think it was. And that makes it 14-0. And then there is a interception that the Bills defense actually does a good job forcing the Bears to a 3-and-out, and there's no chance for a field goal. You're welcome, InPsych. You're welcome. I am happy to do this. I enjoy doing it, even on days like today. It's still football. I still love it. I can't believe we're at week 9 already. I just really can't believe that. The season's more than halfway done now, so That's just unreal to me. But anyway, so and then after that interception, the Bills defense does a great job stopping the Bears from anything. So they punt, and then there's a pass to Terrell Pryor within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage. So Zay Jones. Zay Jones is hit before the ball even gets there. And since it's within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage, they say it's allowed. It bounces right off of Zay Jones into the hands of a Bears defender, and he runs it back for a touchdown. So that makes it 21-0, and then we punt, and on a great return by Cohen, gets it inside the 20-yard line. There is a run again by Jordan Howard to make it 14-0 or 28-0. So both of the Bears' offensive touchdowns have come on short fields, and then they've scored 2 on defense. So that's how we got to where we got to. Cannot blame the defense again for this performance by the Buffalo Bills. 28-0 sounds bad, but again, it's not all on the Bills offense or Bills defense, as the offense is on the field for 2 of those touchdowns. So let's go through some scores real quick throughout the league, and then we'll get some stats from this game. Obviously, if you're a Bears fan, so Zach Hartman, this will be Brian Tucker. You'll say anything, so you'll both be excited about that. But 20-0 at halftime. Halftime in Pittsburgh, you have the Pittsburgh Steelers up 14-6 as Antonio Brown has a 6-yard touchdown pass and Justin Tucker has 2 field goals. So you have the Connor touchdown and then the Brown touchdown for the Steelers, and you have 2 field goals by the Ravens to make that 14-6. Carolina currently has 35. Tampa Bay is 14 as that game's getting ready to reach the end of the first half. You have Alex Arma, 1-yard touchdown. Christian McCaffrey had a 3-yard touchdown. That's where we stopped before. It was 14-0 last we checked in on this game. O.J. Howard has a touchdown pass from Ryan Fitzpatrick. Curtis Samuel has a 33-yard touchdown run. And then Christian McCaffrey has another touchdown run. Greg Olsen has a 17-yard touchdown pass. And then O.J. Howard has his second touchdown of the day. So O.J. Howard has 2 touchdowns, but Tampa Bay is trailing Carolina 35-14 as they get ready to go into halftime there. Kansas City is up 21-15 on Cleveland at the half. We had the 7-3 score, so I'll go through some. Travis Kelce has an 11-yard touchdown completion. Nick Chubb has a 3-yard touchdown run. Kareem Hunt has another touchdown. And then Duke Johnson has a 19-yard touchdown for the Cleveland Browns. So there's their 2 touchdowns. Have that one at 21-15. Put up a big fight there in Cleveland at halftime. Miami and the Jets still yet to score a touchdown in that game. It's 6-3 Miami at halftime. Detroit's up 17-6. Minnesota's up 17-6 on Detroit. They've added an Adam Thielen touchdown and a Bailey field goal to go up 17-6 there. And then at halftime, Atlanta is up 21-7 on Washington. They had a touchdown and a Calvin Ridley touchdown, and Washington has a too long. But hope Lions find a way. I mean, again, Minnesota looks like they might start rolling here shortly. Obviously, if you're a Bears fan, you hope not, but we'll see what happens. Going to this game again, 28-0 Chicago at the half. This game should be a lot closer. It should be. It just should be a lot closer than this. Unfortunately, couple things going the Bears' way, so good for them. Again, kind of like the snowball effect happening for Buffalo right now. One thing went wrong, and then it just snowballed from there. So 28-0 at half. Let's go through some stats. We're going to start with the Bears because we start with the winners, I guess. Trubisky is 8 for 13 for 104 yards. He's been sacked once. Jordan Howard has 9 rushes for 38 yards and 2 touchdowns. Cohen has 3 rushes for 11 yards, not 11 touchdowns, although it might end that way. Miller has 1 rush for 9 yards, and Trubisky has 1 rush for 6 yards. Your leading receivers, you have Anthony Miller with 4 receptions for 43 yards. Gabriel has 2 catches for 30 yards. Burton has a catch for 26 yards, and Mizell has a catch for 5 yards. Parkey's 4 for 4 on extra points. O'Donnell has punted the ball 4 times for 33.8 yard average. 3 of those punts, however, are inside the 20-yard line. Cohen has 3 returns for 50 yards. Your leading defender is Roquan Smith. He has 7 tackles. And then Trevathan has 3. You have a fumble recovery by Jackson. He returned that to the house for 6. You have 2 interceptions, 1 by Amos Jr. I believe that's the one that was returned for a touch. No, that was the one on Terrell Pryor, the one that he couldn't understand. And then Floyd has the pick 6. for the Chicago Bears. If you go over to Buffalo's side of the ball, you have Nathan Peterman, 12 for 19, 75 yards, those 2 interceptions. Nathan Peterman has that one rush to end the half for 24 yards, the longest rush of the day, and also now is our leading rusher for Buffalo. Anyone want actually, if you're a Bills fan, you might want to say Winston for $20 million might be worth it, but if I was his agent, I am. But we'll see. We'll see. We have Josh Allen. We're not going to go straight away from him. He'll be back here shortly. But again, Nathan Peterman's not doing that bad of a job today. Those 2 picks are not his fault. Wide receiver Terrell Pryor needs to do a better job holding on to the ball in that first one. And that second one, I think, was supposed to go to at least 2 yards before he got hit, but didn't. They ruled it within a yard, and so that got popped up in the air as well. Nathan Peterman, the leading rusher, 1 rush, 24 yards. McCoy has 8 rushes for 11 yards. Murphy has 1 rush for 6 yards. Ivory has 2 rushes for 1 yard. Pryor has 1 rush for -1 yards. Our leading receiver is Jason Kroom, 2 catches for 25 yards. That costly fumble that I won't get over today. Probably won't get over tomorrow in the postgame show either, so you can be ready for that. That's just a huge fumble at a big time in the game when we can make this happen. So yeah, if you're here, if you just joined me, welcome to Believers Talk. 28-0 at halftime. The Bears lead the Bills. 2 defensive scores for the Bears so far. I said in the pregame that the Bears are probably the best defensive start in the league this week, and they've proved me right so far. Yet they get a sack, but they do have two turnovers for a score, and they also have another interception down on top of that. So, leading receiver for Buffalo, Jason Kroom has 2 catches for 25 yards. Logan Thomas 4 for 22. Con Benjamin 1 for 14. McCoy 2 for 8. Zay Jones 1 for 7. Marcus Murphy 1 for 3, and Chris Ivory 1 for -4. Colin Schmidt's in because Bajorges got hurt last week, so Colin Schmidt got re-signed. So it's good to see him back. Hope Bajorges gets well soon, however, because I think he's done a great job for the Bills so far. Has 4 punts for 170 yards, 1 inside the 20. Micah Hyde has 1 punt return for 5 yards. Our leading defender is Sanford, who has 5 tackles and a sack and a fumble, forced fumble that, of course, we were unable to recover. If you're a Bills fan, I've been harping about this all year. The Bills actually lead the league in fumbles forced. We have forced 25 fumbles, I believe, now at this point, maybe 24. But we've only recovered 7 of them. And I understand that sometimes, you saw the one by Cohen on the punt return that went out of bounds. You can't do much about that. But at the same time, 24 of them, you should be able to recover more than 7. So we're doing a great job stripping the ball. Trubisky has 29 more passing yards than Peterman, but it's 28-0. Exactly. That's the point. Like, the Bills' defense has not played that bad. It's this offense, and then you give credit to the Bears defense for being, we had this conversation at the beginning at the offseason because a lot of people are saying what the Bills were top of the league in turnover ratio last year. Was that due to being in the right spot at the right time, or was that due to good defense? Some of these turnovers are right spot, right time. The fumble was a great play by the Bears. The fumble was a great strip by by Trevathan, and a great scoop and score. Like, you can't say anything other than that. You can blame Logan Thomas for taking both hands off the ball, but as soon as he takes both hands off the ball, Trevathan does a great job of stripping the ball, knowing where the ball is, picking it up, and running it, I'll say, 65 yards or 65 yards for a touchdown. That interception, the Zay Jones one, that's the right play, right time type statistic, right? I'm surprised the Falcons are up. That offense can surprise you. I mean, that offense is really good. The Falcons, I think, are getting a bad rap just because they have a slow start to the season. This isn't the first time we've seen the Falcons have a slow start to the season. So, and the Redskins, they're they're like a real quiet 5-2. You know what I mean? So people aren't talking about them maybe as much as they should. This could have been a statement win for them at home against a team that was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and I think they made the playoffs last year too, if I recall correctly. But yeah, there's not enough you could say about this game as far as from a Bills standpoint about how upset you are about the turnovers. Again, you always expected the turnovers to come in this game. You were just surprised to see they came the way they did. At least I was. I still can't get over that Kroom fumble. That's just insane. But we'll see what happens. The second half just getting ready to get underway. Both of us going to get the ball started second half. You do need to continue to grade these guys. Even, we want guys that are going to play hard, even when the chips are down. Continue to play hard, continue to fight. One of the things one of the things we've knocked Kelvin Benjamin on this year is how he seems to have given up at times. Well, Fox 87, to your point, Trevathan is good. Trevathan did a great job there with the strip. And you hear nothing but good things about Trevathan as far as on the Bears defense. But you can go up and down the Bears defense starting 11 and say each one of them is good, right? I mean, look how good they're doing without Khalil Mack in the game. Roquan Smith is doing great. Trevathan did great. Floyd was off to a slow start this season, but now he has a pick 6 to his name this season. So, this Bears defense is playing really well. And it's not just this week. I mean, you look at last week against the Jets. They did a great job last week against the Jets, too. I mean, the first half, the defense held the Jets to 3 points. I forget what the final of that game was, but, I mean, they did a really good job. While the offense sputtered a little bit in that first half to get going, the Bears' defense did their job. And the Bears could be scary. You talk about a good defense. I don't know if they have the offense to hold up against a team like the Saints or a team like the Rams. But maybe this defense can keep them in games like that. You go talk about playoff football. Sometimes you talk about these low-scoring games, and the defense can pull it out maybe for you. Unfortunately for you guys, you're not going to go up against the Bills' offense every week, who again hasn't scored a touchdown in I think it's 35 consecutive drives now, 34 something like that. It's just embarrassing if you're a Bills fan to watch this offense. But again, we've also had 3 starting quarterbacks in 9 weeks. I mean, that's a rarity in itself. And so it's hard to get consistency when you have that happen. But yeah, I mean, to Fox 87, to your point, we kind of knew it was going to be rough because, you talk about getting rid of Tyrod, even if you liked or hated him, you're talking about starting fresh, right? New offensive coordinator. As the Bears kick it off into the end zone, it's going to be 1st and 10 Buffalo from the 25. Talking about new offensive coordinator, 3 new offensive linemen, with the trade of Cordy Glenn, Richard Incognito situation, and then Eric Ward forced to retire. Talk about that being changed. So that's going to affect the offensive line. Talk about McCoy with his off-the-field issues and then the injury concerns. Talk about Nathan Peterman, Josh Allen, Derek Anderson, kind of like the revolving door right now at quarterback. Nathan Peterman under center on this first down, 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Fake handoff to McCoy. Goes downfield. Ball's tipped in the air. Is the ball caught by Kelvin Benjamin? It did hit the ground. Kelvin Benjamin tried to catch it from the deflection. It did hit the ground, the refs are saying, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Welcome, little rude boy. Nathan Peterman, actually, if you see the stat sheet, you'll say Nathan Peterman is not playing well. But the truth is, compared to the rest of the quarterbacks so far this season in our offense, he's not playing that bad. Both the interceptions I can't put on Nathan Peterman. The first one, Terrell Pryor had it in his hands. He put it where it needed to be. Terrell Pryor had it in his hands. Terrell Pryor starts bobbling it, and then it's just picked off in the air. 2nd down, passes to Zay Jones. Zay Jones hit as he catches the ball at the 28-yard line, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 about for the Buffalo Bills. And then the second one, Zay Jones is hit before the ball gets there. Now, they rule it was a legal hit because the play was within a yard. But hit before the ball gets there, bounces up in the air, and it's just an easy pick 6. So, but again, we'll see what happens here. You don't want your team giving up. It's going to be 3rd and 7, 14-20 to go in the 3rd quarter. You got Peterman in shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers top of the screen. Benjamin alone on the bottom, lone wide receiver. Peterman back to pass. Passes it. Pass is complete for a 1st down. This one to Logan Thomas again. Gets it to the 35-yard line. So it's just enough for a 1st down. Buffalo moving the ball here. Gets a 1st down with 14 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Tickets prediction was 72-0. Wow. Nathan Peterman under center. Fake handoff to McCoy again. Pressure coming. He gets the ball away to Kelvin Benjamin. Kelvin Benjamin catches the ball at midfield. Gets the 1st down. Gets hit hard. Gets back up. So him and the defender are talking back and forth. But 1st down again. So it's the 2nd 1st down in this drive. Again, Nathan Peterman puts the ball on the money. He didn't look that bad in that throw either. So 1st down right at midfield for the Bills. This hasn't been the problem. The problem has not been getting the ball into Bears territory. The problem has been making mistakes once we've gotten it there. So 1st down, another fake handoff to McCoy. There's a short pass to Logan Thomas again. Logan Thomas, I think, has 6 receptions now on the day. Gets it to the 45-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Bills. 12:55 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Bills moving the ball again. but we'll see if they can actually convert it into points this time. I'm not sure if maybe the Bears are pulling back a little bit, but 28-0 to start the first half. Maybe you still want to play your regular defense. You don't want to be playing prevent too early. Passes to McCoy. McCoy catches it, stays on his feet, gets the first down inside the 40-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Buffalo inside the 40, 12:30 to go in the third quarter. Buffalo trailing the Bears 28-0 here. But again, you want to see what the Bills can do. Bears are pulling back. You might want to say that, but do you want to play prevent defense the whole second half? I don't think that's something you want to do. They're still sending 4. And the fact that it's another Logan Thomas catch for about 5 yards here. The fact that they have to keep dipping it down to the tight end here for 4 or 5 yard passes might be truth to that, as far as them playing a little bit prevent, just not letting them get beat deep. But still, you wonder if you want to do that the whole second half. And when you start playing prevent, you can't you can't change a player's mindset. So Peterman actually is pressured. He actually is able to gain a yard on the play, as it looked like he was going to get sacked. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 4 for the Buffalo Bills. But if you have a player's mindset at, okay, we're pulling back, and then let's say the team makes a comeback. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen here, because I don't trust the Bills' offense to. But let's say the team starts making a comeback. You can't all of a sudden change your mindset like that to say, okay, we have to play like we did in the first half again. That's not something you want to do here, as there is a flag down. I'm sorry, I missed it. I'm not sure what the flag was for. I'm sure if someone else in here who's watching can tell me what the flag's on. It was a holding on the Bears, so that's actually going to give the Bills a first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Buffalo. At the 26-yard line. So the Bills at the 26, 1st and 10, passes to Chris Ivory, who gets inside the 25-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 7, maybe 6 for the Buffalo Bills. Again, moving the ball. Be interesting to see if they do sell for a field goal here. If it goes to a 4th down situation, as Peterman throws a pass out route to Zay Jones, that's incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 now for the Bills. For the Bills at about the 23-yard line. Like I said, I'll be interested to see if they take the field goal, put the field goal unit out if it goes to 4th down. But Peterman back to pass, throws it, and the pass is incomplete. The pass was intended for Pryor again. You want to see Pryor in this game a little bit. McCoy was actually open going down the sideline, so I'm not sure. Can I turn my? I can't. Unfortunately, due to copyright rules, Postal Unicorn, I cannot do that. The YouTube channel will shut me down if I do that. But yeah, he has McCoy on the sideline running up the field, and he just misses him. So it's going to be 4th down. Again, I'm going to be interested to see. They do bring out Steven Hauschka for the field goal attempt. Colin Schmidt back out there as the holder. He was last year, so hopefully this won't be an issue since he hasn't been holding all year. Doesn't look like it's an issue. Kick is down, kick is up, snap is down, kick is up. Field goal is good. So a 41-yard field goal. Yeah, he didn't see McCoy there, who was open on the sideline running into the end zone. But 41-yard field goal for the Buffalo Bills, and that makes this game 28-3. The Bills do get on the board. Again, able to move the ball pretty well until they get into the opposing territory. A few mistakes. You think about if this game were a little bit different, maybe the 2 defensive scores were off the board. It'd be 14-3 right now. It looks a little better, but with the first drive and the second half, the Bills are able to move the ball downfield and score a field goal to get on the board. They will not get shut out, at least. So with 11:01 to go in the third quarter, it's 28-3. The Bears over the Buffalo Bills. We're going to go through some scores around the league. Pittsburgh is up 14-6 as they started the second half. Pittsburgh has the ball in the red zone already, so it looks like they're going to extend on their lead, already up 14-6 on Baltimore. Carolina is up 35-14 on Tampa Bay as they begin the second half. Kansas City is up 21-15 with 10:50 to go in the third quarter, and they have the ball in Cleveland territory. The Jets are still trailing Miami 6-3 as that's midway through the third quarter. The Minnesota Vikings are still up 17-6 on Detroit with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter there. And Atlanta, as we said, Coleman with a touchdown to put them up 28-7. Let's see if Bears run or pass. I mean, they should, again, it's still early on. You still want to mix up a little bit. You don't want to get too predictable. And Trubisky hasn't done a lot this game, so like it's almost like a pitcher in baseball. You want to make sure he stays warm. You want to give him some confidence going into the next game as well. Trubisky hasn't done much at all in this game. So maybe you want to open up the pass game a little bit. Again, you don't want to be predictable. Maybe not take any deep shots downfield. But again, you don't want to. Bills over the Jets next week? I don't know, man. I really don't know. It really all depends on that quarterback position. I mean, if Josh Allen's starting, I think we have a good shot. If Derek Anderson's starting, I think we might have a shot. But again, we still haven't scored an offensive touchdown. I mean, yeah, the Bears haven't scored an offensive touchdown. The Jets haven't scored an offensive touchdown either in this game. But, man, we haven't scored an offensive touchdown in quite a while. And so, it's hard to win games. It's hard to win games when you don't score touchdowns. You know what I mean? Yeah, that game's 6-3, but how often does that happen? Welcome to Believers Talk again. Thank you for joining me. My name is Joe. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe, hit that like button, share this video, let people know we are here giving you this game. If you're a Bears fan, obviously you're very happy in this game. You have 2 defensive touchdowns to make this 28-3. Peterman actually has not been playing that bad. 121 passing yards, which is above average for the Buffalo Bills, or close to above average for the Buffalo Bills starting quarterbacks this year. 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bills are trailing 23. Bills did just get the ball to start the second half. Got a good drive going. Got into Chicago field, and got a field goal out of it. So we're not going to get shut out, but we are averaging less than 11 points a game. Less than 11 points a game. Whose jersey do I have on? I have an old school jersey on. I have a CJ Spiller jersey on. Was a huge Spiller fan, so I'll show you that real quick. Number 28. I stopped buying jerseys a little while ago just because it seems like every time I bought a jersey, the last jersey I bought was Sammy Watkins, and we all saw what happened to him. So I bought that his rookie year, and then we traded him, and I was like, this is kind of pointless to keep buying these jerseys, and then we trade these players. So I still wear them. Trubisky going deep on first down, so there goes my don't go deep standpoint. And it looks like Gaines is going to get called for a pass interference on Gabriel. I don't know if Gabriel had a step or not, but Gaines definitely pulled him down. So it's going to be a huge penalty for a first down. Going to get the ball well in Buffalo territory. But yeah, Gaines is terrible. That's what the call is, pass interference. So I'm not gonna say Gaines is terrible, but compared to our other corners and safeties, he's definitely the weak spot between him and Taron Johnson. But yeah, there's no reason to hold him, I don't think. But Gabriel has half a step. But yeah, I think it's a 37-yard penalty, maybe a 47-yard penalty. So it's going to put the ball 1st and 10 for the Bears inside the Bills' 30-yard line. So 1st and 10, fakes the handoff on first down. Trubisky has Gabriel again, this time inside the 15-yard line. So the Bears moving the ball quickly here. I mean, score a touchdown here. You kind of put an exclamation point on the game. Sorry, I moved the screen to show you my jersey, and now you can see my roof, or my ceiling. So. I'll try to move that around. Man, so Gabriel gets the ball inside the 15-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 Chicago with the ball inside the 15-yard line with 10:30 to go in the third quarter. Surprise Bears are not running the ball, killing the clock. Again, it's early in the second half. You kind of want to put a stamp on this game. Again, maybe get Trubisky a little more confidence. Fake pitch and then a run to Howard. Howard gets nowhere as the Bills defense wrap him up at the line of scrimmage. So they're on a fake pitch play, so that's going to bring up 2nd down. 2nd down and 11 for the Bears here. 10 minutes to go in this third quarter. Again, at this point, if you're a Bears fan, you're ready to just celebrate at this point. You're going to win this game, so no matter what happens today with the Vikings and no matter what happens today with the Packers, you will maintain first place in the NFC North. We got 2nd and 10. This time they run a pitch to Cohen to the right side. Cohen gets about 3 or 4 yards, gets to about the 11-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Bears. Smiley face TD. If you're looking for a TD for Buffalo, you might want to put on some game film from like a year ago because there's not too many of them from this year. So 3rd and 8 for Chicago. Again, 9:15 to go in the third quarter. 28-3 Bears over the Bills. You got Trubisky. It looks like Trubisky is in shotgun formation. You have either Cohen or Howard to his right. 3 wide receivers bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. So it's Cohen going out for a pass. 3rd down. Pass is complete, but it's short of the first down. It's going to be down at the 6. Going to bring up 4th down for the Bears. No reason to go for it here. Kick the field goal, go up. 4 touchdowns again. Yeah, it does look like the kicking team will come onto the field here with the score 28-3. 8.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. There's no reason to try to get tricky here. Just kick the field goal, go up 4 touchdowns again. As the Bears, after this game, will go to 5-3. And then that, again, will be good enough for first place in the NFC North. Still got a lot of division games. 13 to go in the third quarter. The Chicago Bears lead the Buffalo Bills 31-3 as the kick from Parkey is up and good. So again, 8:13 to go in the third quarter. The Chicago Bears lead the Buffalo Bills 31-3. If you're just joining me, thank you for watching Unbelievers Talk. My name is Joe. Hit that subscribe button. We go live for every single Buffalo Bills game. I will not be live from my house for the Jaguars game because I will be at the stadium. So we'll do some special things there. Obviously, I will not be giving you play-by-play and reaction for that game, but we'll be live from the stadium probably a couple times throughout the game, so you want to stay tuned for that. The Monday following the game, we come on here, we do a post-game recap, the last recap of the week, so to speak, and we try to do some good and bad from the game. There's going to be a lot of bad to talk about tomorrow. I'm going to look to watch this game again. We'll look for some good, see what we have. You know, there are some good things here. You know, and we see Shaq Lawson impressing. We see a couple good things from this Buffalo Bills team that we wanted to hopefully improve on coming in the following weeks and into next season. So things to build upon on this young team. So we'll go into that. And then Thursday prior to the game, so this Thursday during halftime of the Thursday Night Football game, we do go live for the pregame of the Bills' next opponent. So this Thursday it will be the Bills and Jets game that we will be going live to preview Thursday, and then we'll have the game next Sunday here, the live play-by-play and recap. While we're at commercial, I'll run through some scores real quick. The Steelers are now up 20-6 on the Ravens as they scored another touchdown. Chris Boswell misses the extra point. A Ben Roethlisberger rushing touchdown, 1 yard out. Boswell misses the extra point, make that game 20-6. The Carolina Panthers are still up 35-14 on Tampa Bay. Kansas City is now up 28-15 on Cleveland after a Travis Kelce 13-yard touchdown pass, which that will be his second touchdown of the game. So Kelce from Mahomes gets another touchdown, so that makes it 28-15. The New York Jets Miami Dolphins game is still 6-3 as we're more than midway through the third quarter there. What's going on? All right, back on. Again, sorry about these technical difficulties. The Bears kick it off to the Bills into the back of the end zone. So the Bills will start with the ball 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. The Bears, they're showing now, have the 3rd longest playoff drought currently. Last time they made the playoffs was 2010. I'm not going to lie, it's good to see this stat and see the Bills' name not on it as they look at the Cleveland Browns currently with the longest playoff drought. And that was in 2002. Again, I apologize for the streaming issues. I do look to, improve on that between now and next week. So I do apologize for that. That just started happening. If you've been joining me for my other streams, you know that just started happening not too long ago. Peterman takes off on 1st down, gets the ball to about the 30-yard line before he slides down. He was getting pressured in the backfield, was able to get 5 yards out of it. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 now for the Buffalo Bills. From the 30-yard line as we move in within 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Got 2nd and 5 from the 30. Peterman's under center. You got McCoy in the backfield. Got 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. Kelvin Benjamin to the top. Handoff goes to McCoy. McCoy gets nowhere. He's taken down right away. Again, the Bears' rush defense is something to be impressed with as Trevathan tackles him for a 2-yard loss. If you're new to the channel, thank you for joining me. My name is Joe. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share this video with your friends. Let them know we are here doing these live streams. Probably some closer games right now that you want to keep an eye on, but currently right now with 7:15 to go in the third quarter, the Bills trail the Bears 31-3. 3rd and 7 for the Buffalo Bills at the 28-yard line. You got Zay Jones in motion. You have 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. Benjamin alone at the top. McCoy stays in to get the blitz, picks it up, and Benjamin, it's incomplete. Benjamin's looking for a flag. There's no flag on the field as Benjamin was being pulled down as the ball got there. That was about 10 yards downfield, so you cannot argue it was within a yard. But yeah, he was definitely getting held down. But they're not going to call that. So, yeah, I mean, it does go right through his hands. Again, you got to help out these young quarterbacks. And Kevin Benjamin just has not done a good job doing that. So it's 4th and 7, 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Colton Schmidt back for another punt. Another poor kick by Colton Schmidt gets inside the 50-yard line. So the Bears will start in Buffalo territory again. As they start with the ball at the 46-yard line. So this is Colton Schmidt's first week back. Again, we released him during the regular season or during the preseason, and we got Jorges in there. Jorges suffered some sort of injury and was unable to go, so we re-signed Colton Schmidt to the team. Not having a good day. Yeah, seeing why we cut Schmidt exactly, but you wonder how much of that is rust as well. Again, he hasn't been. I don't know if he's been outside practicing weekly to punt the ball, but maybe you should if you're willing to get re-signed by a team or signed by a team. Obviously, you're still on the free agent market. You should be punting the ball. Punting and kicking is a little bit different as far as game shape goes. You talk about like Le'Veon Bell. It's a perfect example. Everyone talks about he won't be in game shape while he comes back. Well, you're a punter or kicker. You're staying in decent physical shape. And kick the ball. I mean, come on. It's not like you have to be like doing anything pretty much extra on the side. You work out a little bit. You punt the ball. That's what you do. So, Colton Schmidt with a poor punt there. The Bears will start with the ball inside Buffalo territory, already up on the Buffalo Bills, 31-3. Again, this game has not gone anywhere close to the way Bills fans would want it to go, as the defense for the Bears have scored 2 touchdowns, a fumble recovery for a touchdown, which changed the whole momentum of this game, guys. I mean, honestly, that Jason Kroom touchdown, or fumble that was returned for a touchdown, changes everything about this game. At that point, it's 7-0, and the Bills are moving the ball pretty well. We're actually at the 35-yard line of the Bears. Looks like we'll at least get a field goal out of the drive, and then Kroom fumbles it on 3rd and 10, and then they take it back and make it 14-0. And from... Why is my hair going gray? Because I'm a Bills fan. That's why it's going gray. Because I'm a Bills fan. That's what it is. I mean, I'm old. I don't know what you want from me. But yeah, so you're actually the second person to comment about that, about how I've got more gray since I started this channel. But yeah, I'm getting old. I'm a Bills fan. These things lead to stress, and stress gives you gray hair. So, but yeah, I mean, the game's 7-0 at that point. It looks like we could kick a field goal, makes that 14-0. And again, we all know how putrid this offense is. Once they're up 14-0, you wonder if the Bills can even come back from that, and they haven't. They haven't been able to come back at all. Cut. Are you talking about my hair? Or are you talking about Colton Schmidt? Oh. 31-3. Less than 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Bears start with the ball again in Buffalo territory. This is the 4th time the Bears have started with the ball in Buffalo territory on the day. So again, how much can you blame the defense for this kind of thing? Trubisky in shotgun, fakes the handoff to Howard, going deep on 1st down. That is intercepted. That's Tre'Davious White's first interception of the year. He gets inside Bears territory before he's taken down at the 41-yard line. So Tre'Davious White, with his first interception of the year, returns it into Bears territory, and the Bills will get the ball 1st and 10. That's, again, White's first interception of the year. I'm not sure where Trubisky was going with that one. It looked like a bad pass, an errant pass. White was the only one in the picture at the time of the interception, so... Yeah, the ball's just... No, there's no receiver in the area. White's the only one there. And again, gets inside Bears territory. I know some people are talking about Dable. I don't want to see Dable go. I know what people are saying, that this offense does not look good, and I agree with you. But McCoy with the run on 1st down gets inside the 40-yard line to the 37. You go into the season, all right, which, by the way, Dable was hired after we fired Dennison last year, right? Tobin Trevor about Trubisky, yeah. Yeah, Hartman, that is ugly, and that's the thing that worries you about Trubisky if you're a Bears fan. You know, the inconsistencies are there, so you just wonder. But second down, handoff again to... No, it's a fake handoff to McCoy on a reverse to Zay Jones. Zay Jones is actually pushed out of bounds, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. But you talk about Dable, and, you know, I just think he's getting an unfair rap for a team that he... You know, how much can you do when the longest the quarterback's been on this team is a year and a half that you have. You try to teach him your offense, and within the first half, he's gone. So now you have to teach your offense to a rookie, and within 3-4 games, he's gone. So third down pass is complete to Zay Jones. Zay Jones looks like he's short, so this is going to bring up a 4th and 1. You know, at this point, again, I think you have to go for it here. Under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, down 31-3. You don't have to worry about field goals to get shut out. It looks like the Bills are going to call a timeout. So I'll talk a little bit more. I don't know. I thought I was up here and signal timeout. So it's going to be 4th and 1, less than 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Bills will go for it, even though they are in field goal range. Again, a field goal doesn't do anything for you here. Down 31-3. You want to see how the offense does. It looks like it's going to be 4th and more like 1.5, but Peterman does look like he has enough for the first down. It looks like it was just line up at the line of scrimmage and just run forward. And it looks like he did pick up enough for the first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10, less than 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Buffalo just looking to get a touchdown finally. Nice throw at Tiemann to the other team for a touchdown. You know, Peterman has not, again, the 2 interceptions by Peterman have not been his fault. I want to stress that. Neither of them have been his fault. Pryor has the ball in his hands and then starts bobbling it, whether it was because the defender who was on him, you know, hit it out of his hands or whatever have you. He starts bobbling it, and it goes right up into a Bears defender's hands. Zay Jones gets hit before the ball gets there. Peterman throws a short pass to McCoy, gets inside the 30-yard line. The second interception, Peterman throws a short pass to Zay Jones. Zay Jones is hit before the ball gets there. The ball goes off of Zay Jones' shoulder pad, bounces in the air right to a Bears defender, Floyd, I believe it was, and he runs it back for a touchdown. So neither of these are Peterman's fault. Again, if you just look at the stat sheet, you don't care. So if you're just a stat guy, then, you know, yeah, Peterman threw 2 interceptions. Peterman is shotgun, 3 wide receivers bottom screen, 1 to the top. Peterman trying to go long. He actually gets sacked at about the 37-yard line. 3 Bears defenders actually gather him. Looks like they're going to give Irving credit for the sack, number 47. Trevathan was there as well. It looked like Peterman was trying to create some time to try to go deep downfield. He gets sacked at about the 37-yard line. It's going up 3rd and long for the Buffalo Bills. You wonder if it's 4th and long, will they try to kick a field goal here? It's 3rd and 15. You know, you want to go for it on 4th and short. I get that, but on these 4th and longs, it's not like you're going to win this game here. Just get some points on the board. Try to get your offense some confidence, some momentum. I mean, nothing good has happened for the Buffalo Bills offense in quite some time. Peterman is shotgun. You got 3 wide receivers bottom screen, 1 to the top. Peterman gets the snap. McCoy back to Murphy's back to block the blitz. Blah 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 blah. Peterman actually is able to avoid the blitz. Does run forward to get the ball to about the 31-yard line before he's taken down. So it's going to bring up a 4th and about 9 for the Buffalo Bills. It looks like the offense is staying on the field. Don't know if I like this call. I mean, try to get some points. That's what this game's about. And I understand you're not going to win this game, but you have to play some situational coaching here. But yeah, Peterman staying in for 4th and 9, down 31-3, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. We need to get to the 22-yard line, currently at the 31. Peterman in shotgun formation. Ball snapped. Peterman looking long. Has plenty of time. Goes deep. And the pass is broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Looks like Kevin Benjamin had it in his hands and gets knocked out of his hands. Good pass by Peterman. Actually puts it where Kevin Benjamin can get it. Yeah, I mean, again, this. If you're a wide receiver, just take the points. Why? Why at 31-3? Why would you just take the points? I don't know. Trubisky needs a TD pass. Maybe. Like I said, you do want to get Trubisky momentum going into next week. I'm not sure who the Bears have next week. I'll look it up real quick as we're at commercial here as the Bills turn the ball over on downs. But yeah, if you're a Bears fan, you do want to make sure that Trubisky is in good rhythm with his offense, as next week they play Detroit, so a huge divisional matchup in Chicago. So you do want to make sure Trubisky's on point next week, especially after that interception, which looked like it went straight to Tre'Davious White. So Oh, wow. So you have 3 divisional matchups back to back to back. So, yeah, it's a big time for you guys. You want to make sure Trubisky does have a rhythm with his receivers. But what was I talking about before that? I don't know. I take the points. Yeah, I remember that conversation. But I'm talking about Kelvin Benjamin. Again, these receivers need to help out these young quarterbacks. I mean, he put the ball where Kelvin Benjamin get. Kelvin Benjamin went up and got it. You know, we kept talking about, oh, Kelvin Benjamin's the type of receiver, he can go up and get a ball. He can go up and get those 50-50 balls. Well, he's not. He's still not. It's week 9 in the NFL. I've seen at least 4 of those 50-50 balls that he'll bring down, and he's not getting them. So what is Kelvin Benjamin if he's not a guy who can get 50-50 ball at this point? Weight. Dead weight. That's all he is. So, you know, you talk about how he can get those balls. I haven't seen it yet. There's no reason for me to think they can. You know, he had it in his hands. Jumped up, caught it in the end zone, bam, touchdown. Oh, wait, no. Someone hits you, so you drop the ball. You can't hold on to a ball. You know, you have to be able to hang on to a ball. You're going to get hit in this league. Hang on to the ball. It's just ridiculous that you can't help out your young wide receiver. Or your young quarterback. I'm sorry, your young quarterback. Well, you know, Zach Hartman, division matchups are always tough. You know, Lions, Vikings, Packers, you know, they're always tough. You know, I mean, we've given the Patriots some good matchups. Even this past Monday, it was a good matchup. Again, the score's not indicative of that. But, you know, it's tougher than what some people would think because it's a divisional matchup. So, but yeah, we're at commercial right now. It looks like we're just coming back, so I'll try to run through scores real quick. 31-3 here, Chicago over Buffalo. You got 20-13. Baltimore did score a touchdown. As we come back here, I'll try to get you this touchdown. Alex Collins with a 1-yard touchdown run. So that game is 20-13 with 57 seconds to go in the third quarter. So that's a touchdown game. Trubisky's in shotgun formation at the 31-yard line as the Bears take over up 31-3 with 2:25 to go. Hands it off to, I think that's Howard back there. Yeah, Howard as Howard is stopped behind line of scrimmage. Looks like he stopped at the 29-yard line for a 2-yard loss. They're now going to show a replay of the Kelvin Benjamin play. Again, Kelvin Benjamin has the ball in his hands. It's a great throw by Nathan Peterman. Yep. I mean, again, and the announcers are talking about it too. Like you know, Peterman can only do so much. Peterman can only do so much for this offense. But Peterman's 21 for 33, 130 yards, 6 rushes for 40 yards. You know what? For this Bills offense, it's not that bad. Trubisky throwing it on second down. This one goes to Cohen. Makes it about 3rd and 3 as Cohen gets to about the 39-yard line. So it's going to be about 3rd and 3 for the Chicago Bears with a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. You know, yeah, obviously, again, if you're a Bears fan, you want to see Trubisky get into some sort of rhythm here against this Bills defense. You know, I mean, and the Bills defense is good. It'll be tough. I'm not saying it won't be tough. Even down 31-3, the Bills defense is still showing pride, and that's what the Bills defense has done great at this whole season. So it looks like they're on a QB option, and it's stopped beautifully by Buffalo as, you know, someone gets a lick on Trubisky, and they try to pitch it, and Milano's right there to knock out Cohen. So it's going to bring up a 4th down, a 3-and-out by the Bills defense. You know, those run-pass options, they work sometimes, but if you're a defense and you know where you're supposed to be, you can protect it pretty well. So beautiful play by the Bills defense on the run-pass option. They do pitch it to Cohen, but Milano's right there to stop him. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 7 as we reach close to the end of the third quarter. Less than 30 seconds to go in the third. Buffalo will get the ball back here. Good punt by O'Donnell inside the 10-yard line. It bounces back in, so Hyde picks it up. Actually gets it to about the 13-yard line before he goes out of bounds. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Buffalo at the 13-yard line. Again, a good punt by O'Donnell for the Bears with 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Bears beating the Bills 31-3. Again, if you're a Bears fan, you're happy with the outcome, but you would like to see if Peterman could have thrown a bit sooner. Sure, he could have. Absolutely, yep, you're not mistaken about that. But it was in his hands. He needs to catch it. He needs to catch it. You're the veteran here. You're the veteran receiver. And you're the one complaining that people, you know, remember the offseason against the Panthers? He was like, oh, well, if Cam Newton would throw the ball more accurate, he would have caught more ball. But you can't throw it more accurate than that. It's in your hands. So, But yeah, so it's 31-3. Buffalo gets the ball at the 13-yard line. Peterman under center. 3 wide receivers spot on the screen. Fake handoff to Ivory. Peterman just throwing this one away as he's getting pressured. I believe he was out of the pocket, so I don't think this will be intentional grounding. Wow. Miller was down on the play, but it looks like he's staying in. So, you think about how good this defense is, and they're showing Khalil Mack right now, but you think about how good this defense is without Khalil Mack. I mean, how good are they going to be when Khalil Mack comes back? You know what I mean? Like, that's insane. You still wonder if he's worth 2 number ones, but at the same time, at this point, you can't argue that he has been. I mean, depending on what injuries plague him in the next 2-3 years, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, with his first half of the season, you have to be impressed. Peterman fake handoff again to Ivory. Back to throw. This one's picked off again by the Bears. Kyle Fuller with the interception. And this one's going to be inside the 30-yard line before he's taken down. He fumbles the ball. Now, I don't know why I haven't heard a whistle yet. He fumbled it. The Bears recovered it. But he didn't get anywhere. So the Bears will start with the ball first 10 at the 28-yard line after a Fuller interception. This one was on Peterman. This one's behind Benjamin. You can't blame anyone but Peterman on that one. And Fuller gets the interception, gets inside the 30-yard line. So the Bears will again, for the 5th time today, will start with the ball inside Buffalo Bills territory. Yeah, it's his 3rd interception. I'm going to say it's the first one that's absolutely his fault. But yeah, so again, this Bears defense, probably a great start for you of the day. If you have the Bears defense in fantasy, you're living the dream right now. Both for this weekend, other weeks. I mean, they've done really well this year. So 31-3 at the end of the 3rd quarter here in Buffalo with the score 31 Chicago, Buffalo with 3. So this game's pretty much over. Let's go through some scores real quick. Again, I told you Pittsburgh is up 20-13 on Baltimore. Baltimore has scored a touchdown to bring that game within 7. Cleveland's up on Tampa Bay 35-21. Tampa Bay has scored another touchdown. And that's with Adam Humphries to make this one 35-21 with about 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter there. End of the 3rd quarter in Cleveland, the Cleveland Browns trail the Kansas City Chiefs 34-15. They have another touchdown by Kareem Hunt with an extra point missed. So Kareem Hunt, I believe, has 3 touchdowns now in the day. Yeah, Kareem Hunt has 3. Travis Kelce has 2. So if you have any of those guys on fantasy, you're living the life there. And the 3rd quarter, and the Browns do have the ball in the red zone, so it looks like they might be able to score here. Miami and the New York Jets are still 6-3 with 11:50 to go in the 4th quarter there. Detroit and Minnesota. Minnesota scored another touchdown to go up 24-6. Defensive fumble recovery by Hunter, and they returned that for a touchdown. And then you look at Atlanta and Washington. Washington scored a touchdown to make it 28-14. Capri Bibbs 3-yard touchdown. So it's 28-14 Atlanta at the end of the 3rd quarter in that game. So those are the scores. Again, thank you for watching me on Believers Talk. Never say it's over. It's over. It's over. 4th quarter, it's 31-3. We haven't scored a touchdown on 36, maybe 37 straight possessions at this point. This game is over. It is the 4th quarter slam donkey. It's just getting ready to start here with the Bears having the ball up 31-3 after Peterman just throws his 3rd pick of the day. This one, however, was the first one that was, you can solely put that on Peterman as that's behind Kelvin Benjamin. Bills getting yards. Are you playing with our emotions, Joe? I'm not trying to, but the Bills are the Bills are getting yards. That's pretty much it, though. They're not getting any points. Not putting any points on the board. Bears have those 4 turnovers at this point. 2 of them returned for touchdowns. You know, they've started with the ball in Buffalo territory 5 times in this game. You know, who knows? Maybe start the Jets outlook early. Well, we have to do the recap tomorrow. Again, I'm going to rewatch this game tonight or tomorrow, and then we'll recap it. I'll talk about some of the positive aspects I've seen as Howard gets the ball on 1st down, gets the ball to about the 22-yard line on 1st and 10 to start the 4th quarter. Make about 2nd and 4 for the Chicago Bears here. They're replaying the interception. Again, this is not on Benjamin. You have to lead Benjamin there, not throw it behind him. Fuller with good coverage. I mean, you know, again, the Bears defense is for real. And Fuller fumbles the ball as he's going down. Anyway, so the Bears have the ball, 2nd and 4 now from the 22. This time they're going to run with Cohen. Cohen runs backwards and is actually out of bounds at the 28-yard line. He's forced out of bounds by the Buffalo Bills defense. Again, this Bills defense, good run defense here in Buffalo, and they've done a decent job today. But again, they haven't had to do too much with the ball, have the Bears. So to go up 31-3 at this point, as they're showing the Vikings fumble recovery for a touchdown to put them up 24-6 on the Lions. As we talked about, so that game is 20. If you're a Bears fan, you don't want to see the Vikings win, as they are simply a tie behind you. They're sitting at 4-3-1, so they'll move to 5-3-1 with this win, and then the Bears will be at 5-3 with this win as well. So yeah, 2 weeks from now, going to be a huge matchup between the Bears and Vikings. Hopefully you guys, if you're a Bears fan, hopefully you don't look past that next weekend. The Lions are going to be tough. It's a divisional game. You have to be able to. McCoy isn't getting yards. That's a problem. That's absolutely a problem. Again, I said in order to win this game, we would need over 150, maybe over 200 rushing yards to have a chance at this game. I mean, we don't even have over 50, I don't think. So that's a problem. I don't know if McCoy's the issue. I don't know if the offensive line's the issue. And this Bears defense has a great run defense. Let's not get wrong. But it's been all season. We've played poor defenses too, and he hasn't gotten over 100 yards. So. Is that Dable not giving them the ball enough? Maybe. Is that McCoy not being good enough? Maybe. Is that the offensive line not blocking well enough? Maybe. I mean, again, what do you blame here? Who do you blame here? Is it because our offense can't move the ball, so they're putting 11 in the box? Maybe. He had wow. So the Bears had Bellamy open in the end zone on 3rd and 9. The Bills send it looks like 7-man blitz after Trubisky. Trubisky rolls to his right. Bellamy is actually not seen in coverage. White lets him run by him, and Trubisky just throws it out of bounds. So yeah, again, if you're a Bears fan, you want to see Trubisky do better before the game against the Vikings, especially in 2 weeks. So Parkey on for a 45-yard field goal attempt. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick, Cody Parkey. Living the dream, man. Kick is good. So with 13:33 to go in the 4th quarter, the Bills are trailing the Bears 34-3. 31-point game at this point. The Bills will be getting the ball back again. Have not scored a touchdown in almost 3 full games now. 3 full games without a touchdown. It's pathetic. Parkey will miss. He didn't. Go over some scores for you. Pittsburgh still leading Baltimore 20-13, 12.5 to go in the 4th quarter there. Carolina still up 35-21 on Tampa Bay, and that's in the 3rd still. Cleveland scores to make it 34-21. Try a 2-point conversion, that fails. But Duke Johnson, Duke Johnson 5-yard touchdown pass from Baker Mayfield. So it's 34-21, just the start of the 4th quarter there. Miami has scored a touchdown to go up 13-3. On the Jets, Jerome Baker with a 25-yard interception return for a touchdown. That's Sam Darnold's 2nd interception of the day, making that game 13-3. Minnesota still up 24-6 on Detroit. Atlanta still up 28-14 on Washington. Those games both in the 4th quarter. And again, games getting ready to get started here. You got Houston at Denver. That's a pretty decent one there. Not happy with Trubisky's performance. Yeah, you can't. You can't be happy. If you're a Bears fan, you cannot be happy with Trubisky's performance. Other than, let's be honest. If you take away those 2 defensive touchdowns, if this Bills offense could be productive, we could still have a game here. But unfortunately, it just ain't happening. But you can only beat who you play, right? So the Bears need to take this win. Obviously, you need to improve upon it, right? We need Trubisky to improve, but you can only beat who you play when you play them. So you look at Mitch Trubisky and you say, yeah, you did not play well in this game. We came away with the win. We'll take the win over good stats any day of the week. However, we need Trubisky to improve going into divisional matchups. You have 3 divisional games in a row now coming up. You need to at least go 2-1 in those games if you think you have a shot to win this division, because the Packers aren't going to lose too many more games. The Vikings are not going to lose too many more games. So you need to make sure you go at least 2-1 in those spots in order to think you have a chance. And beating Minnesota would be huge to help you in the playoff race to win the NFC North. So 34-3 here, 13:33 to go in the 4th quarter again, with the Bills trailing 34-3. we're going to see what happens here as far as quarterbacks, as far as Josh Allen coming back, Derek Anderson coming back from concussion protocol. See what that means for Nathan Peterman, who has not played terrible, but he hasn't played good either. It's sad when the high point of our game is we're not shut out. Hey, yeah, you're absolutely right. Again, this offense has not scored in almost 3 straight games. If you go back, I think our last score was with 6 minutes, about 6 minutes to go in the Texans game. So, I mean, if we do not score in this game, if we don't score a touchdown in this game, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Again, it's only about 10, 15 seconds, but I do hate the fact that this keeps happening. So thank you for watching me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. Last play was a screen pass to Murphy for a 4-yard loss. Now we're in shotgun, 2nd and 14, 13 minutes to go. Peterman is hit as he tries to throw, not knocked down, however. Runs it to the right for a 3-yard loss. So he's able to hold on to the ball. Looked like it might have been a fumble. And now it's going to bring up 3rd and about 17 for the Buffalo Bills. So no offensive production at all for the Bills. And this is an ongoing problem as it looked like Nathan Peterman was getting ready to throw the ball. He was hit by Akeem Hicks, able to hold on to the ball. Again, he's hit in the head, and that's the second time that's happened in this game where it's not called, where Peterman's been hit in the head, directly in the head with a hand, and it's not been called. So be interesting to see what the league does about that. But Peterman going back for a long play on 3rd and 16. He is sacked from behind by Lynch. There is a flag on the play, so it'll be interesting to see what this flag is. Then it looks like there might be a late flag on the play. This would be a celebration penalty on Lynch. This will give the Buffalo Bills a 1st down. Yeah, Myth, I know the stream keeps going offline. I don't really want to go after that during this stream, but I'll definitely look into that the upcoming week to see what I can do to improve that. So I do apologize. I thank you for staying with me on Believers Talk here. But it does look like the Bills will get 1st down via the penalty here. It's interesting to see what they call, however. Again, it looks like there was a celebration penalty by Lynch after the sack. Looks like there's at least 2 flags on the play, so I know the refs are going to try to sort it out. So it was illegal contact on the defense, and then there is a unsportsmanlike penalty. So that's going to give us a 1st down after the Bears did a great job stopping us. I mean, if you're a Bears fan, that's something else you have to worry about too, all the penalties going on here for the Bears. That's kind of something you don't want to see in more competitive games. I know this game's 34-3 with 12 minutes to go. Had this game well in hand. But if you're passionate now, how much more passionate are you going to be when it gets a 7-point game and you make a big sack at that point? I mean, you have to wonder at that point. Chris Ivory with the run up the middle. Looks like he's going to have a 1st down. He's getting the ball into the 50. So he gets the ball to the 50-yard line. He's able to hold on to the ball. As Callahan for the Bears, his goal was to strip the ball. Ivory held onto the ball and kept his legs moving, gets the ball to the 50-yard line. That's definitely our longest run by a running back in this game. So big run there for Ivory, gets it to midfield again. 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. Shotgun formation, Peterman shotgun, throw our receivers top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Throws to Ivory. Ivory gets a 1st down. Ivory inside the 35 to the 30-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. So it's going to be 1st down Buffalo. Again, guys, I do apologize. I do want to try to get this fixed. I didn't want to do it during the stream. I mean, I know this game's well in hand, but man, if the Bills can score a touchdown again, there will be a huge momentum shift. Currently, there have been 10 penalties on the Bears for 95 yards, 7 penalties on the Bills for 105 yards. That's never going to work. Again, I do apologize for these streaming issues. I understand why people are leaving. I appreciate you guys staying with me as the Bills are trailing 34-3 here. 1st and 20 for the Bills at the 40-yard line after the holding penalty. Again, I do plan to work on these issues. Blitz coming. Peterman tries to get rid of the ball. The ball is hit as he tries to throw it, so it goes into the ground. So it's going to be 2nd and 20 now. They blitz both their linebackers. I mean, they just had no chance there on that play. No chance on that play there. So it's going to be 2nd and 20 for the Buffalo Bills. 10.5 to go in the 4th quarter. Again, I appreciate you guys sticking with me through this blowout, through with the fact that I'm having streaming issues. Obviously, my OBS software keeps going in and out. That's something, again, I'll work on before tomorrow's game, try to figure out what's going on there. They are now going to rule intentional grounding on Nathan Peterman, which I don't understand because he's getting hit as he's throwing the ball. So it's going to be 2nd now and 35, I think, for the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, I mean, Sean McDermott's just not happy. At this point, if you're a Bills fan, you can't be happy. If you're anybody in the Bills organization, you shouldn't be happy. So we got 2nd and 30 from the 50-yard line. Here comes the blitz again, and Peterman is sacked. There's a flag down this time again, probably on Buffalo again. Just can't believe it. Gotta love these 3rd and longs, I guess. Luckily, after a while, they have to... Oh, they're calling a personal foul on the defense. That's going to give us a 1st down. So the Bills get helped out. Now both the Bears and the Bills have over 100 yards and penalties. That's incredible. If you're either team, you cannot be happy about that. I will keep looking at comments and such. I am trying to go into my OBS software and figure out why there's a problem here. So I want to get this fixed, obviously, as fast as possible. Again, I appreciate you guys joining me. I have 21 watching. I appreciate that. Again, hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed. I will be giving you all live streams of Buffalo Bills games, whether it be the games, post-game, pre-game. Handoff is to Chris Ivory at the 35-yard line. Ivory gets a 1st down. Ivory's running the ball pretty well now here in the 4th quarter as the Bears probably in prevent defense here. Gets the ball to the 20-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 Buffalo inside 10 minutes to go in this game. Again, Buffalo, there's no chance to win this game. However, if you can get a touchdown here, get that monkey off our back. They do keep giving us breaks, UZT, however you say it. But yeah, they do keep giving us breaks. Now we got the ball 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Peterman's pass is completed by Kelvin Benjamin inside the 15, so... Currently, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3 inside the 20-yard line, inside the 15-yard line, 9:20 to go. It'd be nice just to get in the end zone. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I mean. You need to get this streak off your back. You need to get the streak off your mind. If you don't get a touchdown here, all anyone's going to be talking about all week is the fact that your offense has not scored a touchdown in over 40 possessions or whatever it will be at that point. 2nd and 3, 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Peterman going to shotgun, calling an audible here. 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen. He runs it with Chris Ivory up the middle. Ivory gets by a yard before he's knocked down. But you do have to be concerned. I mean, as a Bills fan at the current moment, you think about all the times we had the ball inside Chicago Bears territory, inside Patriots territory last week. How many mistakes have we made that cost ourselves decent field position, decent drives, and then we just can't turn it around, The fumbles, the turnovers, the interceptions, the penalties, all these things that have led to us not being able to score touchdowns. They keep sneaking up their heads. So with this 3rd and 2, 8.5 to go, Peterman in shotgun formation, pass over the middle of the field to Kelvin Benjamin. Kelvin Benjamin catches the ball inside the 10-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down, 1st and goal at about the 8-yard line. So, I mean, I can't remember last time the Bills had the ball 1st and goal. So, again, we're moving the ball decently here. Possibly going to get in the end zone, get our 1st touchdown in 3 games here. Kelvin Benjamin coming off the field as he got hit pretty hard in the knee area. So he's coming off the field. Looks like he's a little gimpy. So we'll see if we see him get back in the game. He was able to get off the field under his own power. And then Hicks is also coming off the field for the Bears. So Hicks is coming off the field about 8:07 to go in this game. 34-3. Chicago over Buffalo. The Bills have the ball 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. If you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate that. Hit that like button. I know I've been having technical difficulties today, so I do apologize for that. but I do want you guys to subscribe. That normally doesn't happen, I promise. And I'll look into it more as this week goes on. We will be going live tomorrow, live streaming the reaction to this game. As we run the ball on first down, Chris Ivory, he gets nowhere. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. Again, this Bears defense holding up on their end. This run defense going into this game, we pre-gamed it, talked about how good this Bears defense is. And they've held to that. Again, if you started the Bears defense on fantasy, you're really enjoying that because the Bears have two defensive touchdowns. They have a few sacks. They have 4 turnovers. I mean, you're really liking the effort the Bears defense is giving you if you're a fantasy owner. 2nd down, they pass the ball to Zay Jones. Zay gets inside the 5-yard line to about the 3. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Again, at this point, you have two chances. Two chances. Yeah, McCoy's been on the sideline most of this drive, if not all this drive. It's only been Chris Ivory on this drive. I haven't even seen Marcus Murphy in there. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 3. Got yourself 2 chances to get in the end zone from the 3-yard line. Let's see what we do here. Peterman in shotgun. You got Ivory to your left. It looks like you got Logan Thomas to your right. Got 3 wide receivers out, 2 to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Passes in the back of the end zone, way over everyone's head. There is a flag that comes in late. Might be a pass interference here on the Bears, which would give us the ball 1st and goal at the goal line. As it looked like someone was draped all over Terrell Pryor. Yeah, Nakamura is going to get called for pass interference, they're saying. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Buffalo Bills at the 1-yard line. Man, we need to get the ball in the end zone here. So it's now 1st and goal, Buffalo at the 1. Got I formation. You got DeMarco and Ivory. Ivory going to get the ball first. Leaps. Does not look like he got there. It looks like Ivory's gimpy. Yeah, it looks like Ivory hurt his shoulder on the play. He's down. So that's going to bring in Marcus Murphy as Ivory tried to jump over the pile. He's met by Trevathan. Trevathan's had a great game. If you're a Bears fan, you have to be happy with the game that Trevathan has had. But yeah, Ivory is down. He's not getting up. As the Bills still have the ball, 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line. We're going to take a commercial break. I will give you some scores from around the league as the 4th quarters are well underway. Some games probably going to final at this point as we have Bears beating the Bills 34-3. The Steelers are now up 23-13 on the Baltimore Ravens with 6.5 minutes to go in that game. Baltimore has the ball in Pittsburgh territory. Carolina now up 35-28 as Tampa Bay tries a comeback as this game has just started the 4th quarter as Adam Humphries has his 2nd touchdown, a 30-yarder from Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 4 touchdowns on the day. And with 14 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are only down 7 to Carolina, 35-28. Carolina has the ball, 2nd and 10. Cleveland is down 37-21 to Kansas City with 7:55 to go in the 4th quarter there. Miami's still up 13-6 on the New York Jets. Minnesota's up 24-9 now on Detroit. Atlanta's up 31-14 on Washington. So those are all the games going on right now. Less than a minute to go in the Lions game, so that one looks like it's going to go to final here shortly. And that's going to be the first final of the day. Obviously on Thursday, you go back to Thursday, you have San Fran absolutely destroying Oakland, beating them 34-3. Thank you for the subscription, Imp Psych. I appreciate it. Again, all the subscribers, all the likes, all the comments, these all help when it comes to how popular you are on YouTube and things like that. So, da Bears, welcome Wyatt Castro. If you're new, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. The Bears have had themselves a day. The defense with 2 touchdowns. Howard has 2 touchdowns as well. The Bills defense has done a decent job. But again, the Bears have started with the ball in Buffalo territory 6 times, I believe. 5 or 6 times. They started with the ball in Buffalo territory. You know, the Bills special teams, the Bills offense has just not been good enough in this game. And then the Bills offense obviously still having problems. Still not being able to score. They have the ball right now. 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line. Chris Ivory went out on 1st and goal, so they were tending to him. Oh, thank you, Wyatt, for the Jets-Bears game. We did that again during the Bills bye week. We'll see if we can stream another game. Maybe, again, follow us on Twitter, the link below. I might do a survey of some of the major games that we can see which games you guys want me to stream for that week. So here we have the ball, 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. McCoy is in there. And McCoy has the ball. Looks like McCoy's going to be down short, though. So it's going to be 3rd down now from the goal line. And this is just kind of speaks to the problems the Bills have been having this whole season when it comes to us getting into the end zone. We're just unable to do it. I mean, here we have the ball, 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. And in the first 2 plays, we're unable to get into the end zone here. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Buffalo needs to get in the end zone here. We have 2 opportunities here to get in the end zone probably. We need to try to get it in here. Zay Jones in motion. We run Peterman up the middle. Peterman with a touchdown. So the Buffalo Bills, after basically 3 whole games without a touchdown, Buffalo Bills, Nathan Peterman up the middle for a touchdown. McCoy did not score the TD. McCoy did get the ball. The first touchdown for our offense in 39 possessions. Touchdown, that's a huge monkey off the back if you're a Buffalo Bills fan. If you're a Buffalo Bills player, again, you would go into the week with more than 40 drives without a touchdown. First rushing TD against the Bears, that might be saying something too. I mean, I know the Bears defense is not playing as hard as they were in the first half, but flags are down. That's going to be our second too many men in the field penalty. You gotta be kidding me. Y'all scored. Congrats. Thanks. Hey, we'll take it. We're happy to score. Yay, Buffalo. We're only down 34-9 now. We scored a thing called a touchdown. I thought we were actually allergic to the end zone at one point this year. Oh, no, it's on the defense. So now the Bills are going to try to go for 2 because why not? I mean, it's just to practice your 2-point offense because there might come a time this season where we need it. Obviously, in this situation, we don't. But this would be a good opportunity to try a different play or 2 on the 2-point conversion attempt and see how you do. Because we've been so good at getting the ball in the end zone this season. Why not try to do it again? At this point, I say just kick the extra point. But again, there does come a time where you might need a 2-point conversion and you want to see what plays might work. So you have Peterman under center, you have McCoy in the backfield because now you got the ball at the 1-yard line again with the penalty. Pass is in the air. Passes to Pryor. Pryor unable to get away from coverage to get the ball. So with 5:41 to go in the game, Peterman with a rushing touchdown. The first rushing touchdown according to our Bears statistics. The stream is resumed here. Again, I apologize, but yeah, the fade route is the worst 2-point call, worst play call from the 1-yard line. I agree with you. It rarely works. And why would you do it with Terrell Pryor? If you're going to do it, you should do it with Calvin Benjamin. Welcome to Believe Talk again. My name is Joe. If you're new to this channel, please hit that like and subscribe button as we do go live more than once a week. Again, for some reason today, having technical difficulties that normally does not happen. So I do apologize for that. I will look into that come today and tomorrow. Try to get that straightened out because we will be going live tomorrow to do our post-game show of the Buffalo Bills game against the Bears today. Look at some good and thank you, Krabby Cal. Doing some good and some bad tomorrow during the live stream. No more 40-plus. Yeah, I mean, listen, it was great to get that drive off our back. Now, I mean, I know some people might say it doesn't mean anything, but it actually means a lot. It means a lot to be able to go into a week and know that we scored a touchdown late in this game It doesn't mean that our offense is going to be explosive all of a sudden. That's far from the case. But you don't need to deal with those questions coming into the media this week and saying, "Hey, you haven't scored in 40 plus possessions." Oh, you're right, Castro. It's a step in the right direction. Again, it's not gonna solve all the problems, but it's a step in the right direction. So. 39 possessions. It's been pretty much 3 whole games. So 5:41 to go in this game, 34-9. Looks like Hauschka is setting up for an onside kick again. We know we're losing this game, but you might as well give it a try here. Terrible attempt at an onside kick as it goes to the 50-yard line. It's recovered by the Bears, by Miller. So it's going to be the Bears' ball. That's pretty much, there's 5:49 to go, so I'm not sure. Again, if you're a Bears fan, you might want to still see Trubisky try to do something here. Trubisky has not looked good in this game. Just luckily, the defense of the Bears has been able to put up enough points to win this game at this point. So, looking at other scores throughout the league, like Pittsburgh-Baltimore game, Baltimore has scored a touchdown. Just Tuck kick a field goal, make it 23-16. That game is currently under delay, however, probably for weather. As the Bears just run this ball, as they have the ball at midfield, Howard up the middle for 4 yards. 5:30 to go in this game. Okay, now the Pittsburgh game is back, 4:07 to go. Carolina is up 42-28. They scored on the last possession, kind of put this one away, hopefully, if you're there for Carolina. Curtis Samuel with a 20-yard pass for Cam Newton. Kansas City's up 37-21 on Cleveland. Miami's still up 13-6 on the Jets. 2 minutes to go in that game. Atlanta up 38-14 now on the Redskins with less than 4 minutes to go in that one. The Minnesota game has gone final with Minnesota winning. Howard with another run up the middle for 2 yards. Looks like the Bills are going to call timeout here on 3rd down. 4:53 to go. Probably try to get the ball back. Yeah, Howard gets 5 yards. I'm not sure about that completely for the stats. Howard, statistically, I don't even think the Bears have over 100 rushing yards. Howard has 14 carries for 47 yards, so it's not like he's only averaging 3.4 yards a carry. So, first touchdown forever, 3 games, man. Again, it's nice to get that monkey off the back, kind of say, okay, moving into this week, not worrying about the last time we scored a touchdown. All right, so Trubisky and shotgun on this 3rd down. Again, the Bills called timeout, maybe trying to get some more points on the board here. Trubisky looking deep. He has a man deep, and it looks like Gaines is getting called for pass interference again. Huge pass interference again by Gaines. This time the ball is going to be placed inside the 5-yard line for the Bears. Gaines, you just can't. Oh, you're saying he's more better when it's not a delay. Yeah, I hate the delayed handoff. I just hate that play for everybody. Like, you might as well just... Wow. I'm just watching this Gaines play. Gaines, and it's funny because Gaines is acting like he didn't do anything, and he ripped him down by the jersey. So the Buffalo Bills have well over 125 penalty yards, probably over 150 yards at this point in this game. And again, you talk about not being able to score. Well, it doesn't help when you have 150 yards and penalties. We talk about how great this defense is. And Mizell is in there. Howard's not in, so they might be trying to get someone else a touchdown here. On 1st and goal from the 2-yard line for the Bears. Cohen's going in motion. So it looks like they're going to try to pass it for a touchdown. And Trubisky almost throws an interception as Hyde makes a great play. As the Bills send a blitz, and Trubisky's trying to throw for a touchdown. Again, try to get that confidence up. Unable to do so. All right, it looks like there's some sort of scuffling going on now between the Bills and Bears here. Trubisky's 11 for 19 for 133 yards and a touchdown, I think. Peterman's actually thrown for more yards than Trubisky at this point. Trubisky has 133 yards. Yeah, and Peterman has 161 yards. So Nathan Peterman has actually ran or thrown for more yards than Trubisky. So again, in sync, yeah, it's just or in psych. I'm sorry. It's just a confidence type thing. I mean, again, Trubisky has not played well in this game. 11 for 19, 133 yards. He's a young quarterback, just like with the Bills, and scoring a touchdown. Period. You want to give him confidence going into next week and say, hey, you can do this. Hey, you can lead touchdown drives. It's small things because these small things add up. I don't take it insultingly at all as a Bills fan. I hope the Bills don't either. As Gabriel was down on the play, I apologize. Gabriel was down, so they helped him off the field here. But yeah, as I said, Trubisky, you just want to get him some confidence. That's why on 1st and goal from the 2, they wanted to pass it. I would be surprised if they don't run the ball at all on this drive. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, try to get Trubisky in the end zone. Probably go for it on 4th down as well. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. And again, it's not rubbing salt in the wound or anything like that. It's simply trying to get Trubisky some confidence going into next week as they're in shotgun formation on this 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Howard is back in there now, so they'll probably maybe hand this one off to Howard. Fake handoff to Howard. Throw is to Burton, it looks like. Yeah, Trey Burton with a 2-yard touchdown pass completion from Mitchell Trubisky. So Trubisky does get that touchdown. So it's now 40-9 as the Bears take the lead, or take a 49 lead. And Trubisky gets that touchdown pass from Burton. 4:36 to go in this game, and the Bears add another touchdown as they fake the handoff to Howard, and they do a little pick play, which is completely legal in the NFL, and it's a great pick play. And Burton is open for the touchdown from 2 yards out. So Trubisky does get that touchdown. Hopefully gets him a little confidence going into next week if you're a Bears fan. They are just kicking the extra point as Parkey kicks it up and kicks it in. So if you're a fan of Parkey, he has not missed a kick at all today as well. So if you have him on your fantasy team, as I don't think many fans do, because from what Bears fans say, he misses a kick every week. So but he's had a good day today, and the Bears lead 41-9 late here in the 4th quarter. So big play again made by Trubisky. Hopefully, again, gets that confidence up for him. We'll go through some scores throughout the league as the Bears get ready to kick it off. 27 points against Vikings is your answer to your question. That would be... No question in sync asked, though. What answer is that? I don't know. I'll let you guys talk it out. You guys figure it out. Pittsburgh's up 23-16 with less than 2 minutes to go on Baltimore. Pittsburgh has the ball. Tampa Bay still trailing 42-28 with 7 minutes to go in the 4th quarter there. Kansas City is up 37-21 still on the Browns. Miami's still up 13-6. That game has just gone final. Atlanta's still up 38-14 on Washington with 2 minutes to go there. And the Bears just kicked it off into the end zone, so the Bills will start with the ball 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. So, duh, Bears, says Andrew Tim. Hey, you have every right to say that in this game. Again, not looking that confident in Trubisky at this point. But you get the win. Again, you can only beat the teams you play, and in this instance, you went against an inferior opponent in the Buffalo Bills, and you took care of business, and you have to be happy with that. And now you got Trubisky as passing touchdown, so hopefully that adds to some confidence going into next week against the Lions. Again, you have a stretch of 3 division games coming up. So we have 4:30 to go. Quick pass to, looks like that was to Terrell Pryor. I think that's his first catch of the game. That's going to be about for 5 yards. So Terrell Pryor gets his first catch after he should have his first catch earlier, but he decided to bobble it and went right into the hands of Fuller for the... I'm sorry, not Fuller, but of a Bears corner for an interception. So, 2nd down, Peterman looking to throw. He actually runs for the 1st down, dives forward, which is always stupid if you're a quarterback. Might as well slide down, but gets the 1st down. Bears are going to be 5-3. You are correct. And with Minnesota's win, they're 5-3-1. So the Bears will be up half a game in the NFC North. The Bills will drop to 2-7. As it looks like there's going to be a false start on Buffalo here. Again, the penalties killing us. Terrible game on so many levels. Yeah, number 74. Again, it just way too many penalties in this game. You can't have this many penalties in a game. You just can't do it. I mean, if there's anything to be shocked about, it's the fact that the Bills scored a touchdown in this game. So it's gonna be 1st and 15. 41-9, 3:43 to go in the fourth quarter. This will drop the Bills to 2-7. The Bears will go to 5-3, and again they will lead the NFC North here. Pass is caught to Pryor on the sideline for about 11, 12 yards. So it's gonna be 2nd and short for the Buffalo Bills here, probably about 2nd and 3 as he got out of bounds with 3:38 to go. Again, the Bills. If you're a Bills fan, you want to score as many points as you can at this point. I mean, we have as many pick 6 touchdowns as we do passing touchdowns this season. So, you want to try to get as many points on the board. That's a true stat, by the way. We have as many pick 6 passes as we do pass over the middle on 1st down, incomplete to Andre Holmes. There's a flag down on the play. Looks like it's going to be pass interference on the Bears. .332 to go in the fourth quarter. 41-9, so this game's well in hand. Again, thank you for joining me. I believe it's tough, especially during this type of game, 41-9. I know it hasn't been easy to watch all the time. Not only that, I know I've been having streaming problems as well. So I do appreciate everyone sticking with me. I'll try to get the stream problems figured out. Again, tomorrow we will be going live for a post-game recap of this game. Just go over the good and bad of this game from the Bills' perspective. They have been good in this game, believe it or not, and I'll go over that tomorrow. Again, I'll watch this game again, and then we'll go over some of the stats. 1st down pass is caught. This one by Holmes, so it's going to be 2nd and about 6, as it was a quick 4-yard pass play. Most Bills fans obviously have left the stadium in a game that, again, got out of hand late in the first half, probably, I'd say, as it was 28-0 at halftime, even though at one point the Bills were driving with a chance to, down 7-0, the Bills were driving with a chance to make the game a little bit closer. Peterman shotgun blitz coming from the safety. He is unable to get to Peterman in time, and Peterman just throws it over the head of Thomas for make it 3rd and 4 with 2:54 to go. Again, 2:54 to go. Bears beating the Bills 41-9. If you're a Bears fan, you just, again, you get the win. You'd love to see Trubisky do better in this game, but a win's a win in the NFL. You do not care how you get it. You just hope that they play better coming into next week. Some scores around the league. The Ravens get the ball back with 37 seconds to go, only trailing by a touchdown, so we'll see what happens there. Pass to Kroom is complete for a 1st down. Kroom gets the ball to the 45-yard line before he's stood up by 3 Bears defenders. Under 3 minutes now to go in the fourth quarter. Bills moving the ball a little bit. Have the ball 1st and 10. Any more one-score games going on here? It doesn't look like it. So the only one-score game right now in the NFL is Pittsburgh-Baltimore. Baltimore has the ball. Peterman takes the snap. Passes over the middle, well over the head of Kelvin Benjamin. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. 2:23 to go in the game. Down 41-9. Again, just trying to get points on the board here. And that was not Kelvin Benjamin. It was Raymond McLeod who was the intended receiver. Another quote-unquote jump ball for Kelvin Benjamin that he's unable to hold on to. Again, not happy. I'm about as unhappy with him dropping the ball as I am with these streaming issues going on right now. So again, I appreciate you guys sticking with me here. Got 3rd and 10. Peterman in shotgun formation again. This time it's a screen to Murphy, but Murphy is unable to make the one guy miss that he had to. So now it's going to be 4th down at the 31-yard line. That's going to take us to a 2-minute warning again. Thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. If you have not already hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Like I said, it just helps out with the channel, and I appreciate all the support. We do go live about 3 times a week. We go live on Sundays for the play-by-play reaction video. We go live on Mondays for the recap video, and then we go live halftime of the Thursday Night Football game for the preview of the game coming up this week. So this Thursday, so look for us tomorrow as we post-game this video, and then also look for us on Thursday as we will do a halftime video to preview the Jets-Bills game. With the way the Jets looked today, it looks like that might be a snoozer of a game if you like offense. The Jets only putting up 6 points today in their loss to the Dolphins, and the Bills putting up 9 points currently in their what's going to be a loss to the Bears. The Bears will move to 5-3 in the division, or 5-3, and move to first place in the NFC North, or keep first place in the NFC North, as the Vikings have moved to 5-3-1 on the season. The Packers play tonight. So if you're a Bears fan, you want to see New England win. Obviously, most of us Bills fans always like seeing the Patriots lose. So that game is tonight. Green Bay at New England. There's a New England's a 5-point favorite in that one. You got the Rams, New Orleans getting ready to kick off. Seattle, LA has just kicked off, and same thing with Denver, Houston. They have both just kicked off. Both games are 0-0 at this time. Only 1 o'clock games still going on. You got Pittsburgh, Baltimore just going final, with Pittsburgh beating the Ravens 23-16. Kansas City beat Cleveland 37-21. That game's final. Miami beat the Jets 13-6. That game's final. Minnesota 24-9 over Detroit. That game's final. And Atlanta 38-14 over Washington. That game is final. Carolina's up 42-28. 4 minutes to go in that one. They have the ball 3rd and 4. So that game looks like that's going to be over, as they're up 14 points with under 4 minutes to go. And then, of course, this game here with the Buffalo Bills trailing the Chicago Bears 41-9. 2 minutes to go. If you're a fan of Buffalo sports, tonight we have the Sabres going to New York, to Madison Square Garden, to play the New York Rangers. So if you're a Buffalo sports fan, that's something to look forward to tonight. If you're a Buffalo sports fan, hey, or if you're a college basketball fan, college basketball starts this week. So you can be excited about that. I know there's some big matchups on Tuesday, I believe. Duke, Kentucky are playing. I look forward to that game. I look forward to good college basketball every day. When it's on, I look forward to good sports whenever it's on. So again, if you look forward to that, the Buffalo Bulls play this week. I'll get you their schedule. Again, follow me on Twitter. I go through the weekly schedule for all Bills sports, for all Buffalo sports. So again, the link to my Twitter page is in the description below. Hit that button and follow us on Twitter. Peterman is sacked on 4th and 16. So 4th and 16, he is just bull rushed and sacked. So that's going to pretty much do it, because that was 4th down. So that's going to turn it over on downs here. And I think the Bears will just kneel it 3 times to end this game, as Logan Thomas is no match for, who is that, Harris, number 95? Robertson Harris. He's no match for Robertson Harris, and Robertson Harris just runs right by him and nails Peterman. So again, Bills fans, if you're a fan, you hope that Anderson or even maybe Allen can come back next week and stop this bleeding. Bills able to get in the end zone today. They were down 41-3 when they finally did it, but able to get in the end zone today, make this one 41-9. But yeah, the Bears will just kneel it down here 3 times and take the victory. So maybe one day I'll stream a Sabres game. Fox 87, there's a lot going on as far as our thought process, as far as what this stream is going to look like. I appreciate all the subscribers. I really do. And, I hope I continue this channel. We'll see if I can start maybe streaming some Sabres game. Maybe turn this channel into more like what my Twitch channel is, more of a Buffalo sports channel. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. As for now, it's just going to stay a Bills stream as the Bears kneel it again. One more kneel and this game will be over, with the Bears beating the Bills 41-9. Go over some stats. But yeah, I'll definitely look into that Fox 87. Bears D story of the game. If you're a Bears fan, that's the way you're going to look at it. The Bears D story of this game. I say the Bills' putrid offense is the story of this game. But yeah, it goes both ways. The defense definitely caused some turnovers today. But there were some turnovers that were definitely preventable. And against that snowball effect, the Kroom fumble just ruined everything. 7-0. We're driving. We have the ball in field goal range. And then on 3rd and 10, Kroom fumbles the ball. It's returned for a touchdown. Again, the Bears did their job as far as forcing that fumble. But why Kroom is only carrying that ball one hand, trying to break tackles at the line of scrimmage, I have no idea. It's just pointless. Go down. You kick that field goal at 7-3. It's a completely different ballgame at that point, right? But yeah, the Bears did a great job forcing that fumble after they see Kroom with only one hand on the ball and then returning it for a touchdown. Some of these interceptions, you could say right place, right time, but you have to be in the right place at the right time. So the Bears did that, and good congratulations to them for that. As the Bears do move to 5-3 on the season, beating the Buffalo Bills 41-9. And then we'll go over some statistics, and I'll let you guys go, and then I'll get ready to do the post-game show tomorrow. But again, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, because we will be going live. You want YouTube to tell you when we're live, hit that bell. We'll start with the winners. We'll start with Chicago Bears. Mitch Trubisky, 12 for 20, 135 yards, a touchdown and interception. He was sacked once. Jordan Howard, 14 rushes, 47 yards, 2 touchdowns. Miller had one rush for 9 yards. Trubisky, 1 rush for 6 yards. Cohen had 6 rushes for 5 yards. And Daniels, 3 rushes for -2 yards. So that's a total of about 55 yards. About 60 yards on the day for the Chicago Bears rushing the ball. Again, our run defense did its job pretty well. Leading receiver was Anthony Miller, who had 5 receptions for 49 yards. Again, mostly that first drive, he was a killer for us as Bills fans on that drive, keeping it alive. Gabriel had 3 catches, 45 yards. Burton 2 for 28 and that touchdown. Cohen had 1 for 8. Mizell had 1 for 5. Parkey was 2 for 2 on field goals, 5 for 5 on extra points. Leading defense, Roquan Smith had 12 tackles. Trevathan had 7 tackles. You had Amos Jr. had a sack and an interception. Jackson had a fumble recovery for a touchdown. And then also you had Floyd with an interception for a touchdown, and Fuller had an interception in this game as well. See you later, Zach Hartman. Thanks for joining me on Believers Talk again. Hope you enjoyed this game. Good win for your Bears as they go to 5-3. Moving on to the Buffalo side of the ball, Peterman goes 31 for 49 for 189 yards, 3 interceptions, was sacked 4 times. Peterman was actually our leading rusher with 7 carries for 43 yards and a touchdown. Ivory had 7 rushes for 36 yards. Most of those came late. McCoy had 11 rushes for 13 yards. Murphy 1 for 6. Zay Jones 1 for 0. And Pryor had 1 for -1 yard. So we had more running yards than they did, but most of that was late when this game was well in hand. Logan Thomas had 7 receptions for 40 yards. Kevin Benjamin had 4 receptions for 40 yards. Kroom and Ivory both had 3 catches each. McCoy and Zay Jones both had 4 catches for 19 yards. Terrell Pryor had 2 catches, 17 yards. Holmes 1 for 6. And Murphy had 3 for -7 yards. Hausch goes 1 for 1 on field goals today. Colin Schmidt had 5 punts. 1 of those was inside the 20. Only had a 37.6 yard punt average. So we would want to see improvement on that if we do decide to keep Colin Schmidt. But I do hope that Bjorges is able to come back next week. Micah Hyde had 2 returns for 13 yards. Our leading defender in tackles was Stanford with 7 tackles and a sack and a forced fumble. Unable to recover that fumble, of course. And then Tre'Davious White had his first interception of the season, so that was good to see him able to get that. But again, the Bills lose here 41-9 and fall to 2-6 or 2-7 on the season. But next week we play the Jets, so we have to get ready for the Jets in East Rutherford. So after 2 games at home, we go back on the road to play the Jets, who were unable to score a touchdown today. So maybe it'll be a game of whoever scores the only touchdown wins. Who knows? But I do look forward to that game. I look forward to you guys joining me again. Thank you for joining me here on Believers Talk. Tomorrow we will be doing a post-game video, wrapping up this game, wrapping up this week, because you only have a day to move on. And Tuesday we start talking New York Jets. We start getting ready for those Jets. So again, Bills lose 41-9. A little bit of a heartbreaker here, as a lot of Bills fans thought maybe this was a chance to get another win. Not the case to be. So we'll see if we can do that next week against the Jets. But until then, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. Go Bills.